Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gigantic Friday. So glad you could be with us here on a Friday night. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. We have got a big Game 6 matchup here in the NHL Round 1 between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens. Welcome, everybody, to the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Ronnie Vadine with you all. So glad you could join us here tonight. Boy, this has probably been one of the best, if not the best series in the postseason. I mean, all 5 games to this point, they've been really, really close. And so this one could go pretty much either way tonight. And obviously, Tampa Bay helping.
Full body chills after this. Wow, here we go, game 6.
Hoping they will. There we go. Now we're good. I'm a little late today, I'm not going to lie, but that's okay. You know what? It happens. So here we go. I think we're ready to go. I don't know about any of y'all at home, but I'm ready to go.
The regular season. 9-0.
Of course, Buffalo and Boston and Vegas and Utah going on tonight. 3-2 in this series. Jakub Dobish, 2.49 goals against and a .903 save percentage.
Lesky and this rookie, how will he perform? And through 5 games, Dobish has outplayed the veteran. But of course, it's all about this closeout game here tonight.
Hang on, I gotta adjust the fan because things going crazy.
Got it on the point. What version of Nikita Kucherov?
There we go. Now we're good. All righty, let's do this. Anthony Cirelli will take the draw with Jake Evans. 71-71 at the faceoff, and we are off and underway in Game 6. McDonough takes it into his own zone behind the net. Boy, Chernak tried to play the puck, but then he got checked. Icing is called just 11 seconds into this one. 12 seconds, I should say, rather. Excuse me.
Sights happen.
Big check applied by Josh Anderson, just like that. So
Been tied or it has been 1 goal game. And 3 of them, as you see, went to overtime. The first 3 of the 3 games.
Yeah, would not be surprised if this goes to overtime. Probably will. Face off will come to the left of Vasilevsky. Tampa wins the draw, taken there by McDonough up the left side, sends it through the stick there of Gooley, and that'll be an icing.
And then on Wednesday, down in Tampa.
Oh, God, we better not be loading now. This is the wrong time for stuff to be acting up. Great, the Wi-Fi's loading. What a great sight. Do 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 do. Oh my goodness, are we still even on here? Okay, well, we're on our phone, but yeah, we're loading on my laptop, which is just great. Just great. Let's see, the internet's on and it's good, so I don't know what's going on here. Here, let's refresh the page, see if that does anything. See, that's the one thing that sucks about streaming. It's that you need an internet connection for that. And with like regular cable, you don't. So, oh goodness. Now the whole thing is, well, it seems to be fine on my phone. It's just my laptop. So if we miss anything, well, you know why. Although the signal's a little, or the picture on the stream is a little iffy. There we go. Now we're back to action here. Finally. Well, maybe the picture quality on my computer is not very good now for the game. So great. And now we're back to loading again. There we go. There we go. Radish's shot saved by Dobish. The screen was frozen for a second. So I'll move it up to live. We'll do it live. There we go. We got it. Oh, now the screen's frozen. Okay, there we go. All good now. some technical difficulties, but you know what? That happens. It's live television, people. Face-off will come to the left of Jakub Dobish.
And Radish got that big blast from the point. Rarely do you see him leading the charge, but takes advantage.
I can't even tell who's at the face-off. Here we go. Gensel throws it out towards the blue line. Littleberg shot just went a little wide. Taken back behind the net. Corey Perry sends it towards the left side into the corner. Dumped down. Gensel whacks it away. Picked up there by Montreal. Texier feeds it on over across. Elaine Hudson will dump it into the hands of Vasilevsky. Yeah, the picture quality is horrible. Like it's
moved around for both ways. One of those guys. He doesn't play a lot of minutes anymore. He's almost turning.
here. Let's do refresh again.
Out there, he knows what buttons to push. He's low.
Okay, that's a little better, but it's not great. Still, there we go. A lot better. Now we should be all good here. There we go.
Sorelli started with Hagel and Kucherov. Sorelli out there.
Boy, for Corey Perry, this is his 36th game facing elimination. Come on, win a series. Goodness. Ooh, Hagel gets a big check, but Gensel up the left side, former Musketeer. We claim him. That's for sure. McDonough dumps it back behind the net. Yanni Gord behind. Gord tried to spin it around over the head of Gensel. Chernak will clear it back in behind the net. Gensel was there, but he shoved into the boards by Jake Evans. Now sent off the glass towards center. Taken there by McDonough. Sent off the boards back in behind the net. Dobish almost played it. Gord in front. Oh, went right through the crease. Dobish got lucky. Kucherov with this one. Kucherov feeds it on over Radish in the circle. Back for Kucherov. Kucherov shot went wide, and Dobish will cover it up. Boy, an early mistake from Montreal almost costed him here early.
The way he's been able to handle the puck, particularly go back to game 5. You have a little dipsy-do, dazzling puck work, and he just loses this. This is a golden opportunity for Yanni Gord. You can see he leans in.
Boy, you got to score on that, Yanni, although he lost an edge while he was trying to wrap it around, but that was Dobish's only saving grace, him falling to the ice. Bees Louise.
How he adjusts, how he's playing.
Face-off will come to the left of Dobish. Face-off's won by Montreal. Picked up there by Suzuki up the right side. It'll be played into the hands of Vasilevsky. He'll feed it on J.J. Moser. Give it away. 2-on-1 shot went wide. Oh, from Cole Caulfield. Kucherov with this one. Kucherov now kept in, though, by Montreal. Foot race for it. Vasilevsky gave the puck a little poke through the legs of Kucherov. Now Sorelli will dump it out towards center. Hagel, nice pass across. Here's Kucherov with this one. Kucherov takes a shot. Save made Dobish. Rebound over the net. Boy, so close. Tampa Bay. Slavkovsky. Oh, no! Went wide. Boy, already best game of the year to start out. Carrier with it behind the net. Carrier kept in Chernak. Oh my goodness. This thing's going to load all freaking night, isn't it? There we go. And poked into the corner. Well, great. Now the picture quality is like it came from the 2000s. Puck sent off the boards out towards center. Captain point to Perry. Shot. Save made. Rebound. There by Kirby Doc behind the net. Doc gets around. We got to update it again because the quality went bad. And it's loading, of course. That's nothing new. Sadly. At least we've had some great play to get things started out. I mean, great. Now it won't even play. There we go. Shots 3-2 in favor of Tampa Bay, by the way. Well, if we can get back to action here, because it's just freaking loading.
Fighting in that game 5 loss.
Here, let's connect. Here, we'll disconnect. Gallagher's shot went wide. Disconnect from the Wi-Fi. Now reconnect. See if that does anything. I doubt it does, but well, at least we're back on there. Because I don't want to have to freaking do this all night long. I would just get annoying after a while. Gonsalves now taking Gallagher's shot went wide. Puck will roll into the corner. Sent off the boards. Get that out of the way. There we go. Gonsalves sends it off the boards back behind the net. Picked up there by Jaden Struble. Struble feeds it on over Jack-Eye back for Struble. Sent off the boards down into the corner. Vasilevsky out to play it. Plays it on over Gonsalves. On over across. Darren Radish. Up there, Sorelli. Taking there, Brandon Hagel. Hagel, a shot got blocked there in front by Mike Matheson. He'll dump it in off the boards. Sorelli. Carrier up the left side with this one. Carrier in a scramble for Caulfield's down there. Kucherov, I think somebody broke a stick. Yeah, Matheson did. Now Hagel in the corner, tied up by Carrier. Now Hagel all alone. Back to the blue line. JJ Moser, shot went wide of Dobish. Picked up there by Darren Radish behind the net. Radish, wraparound save made there by Dobish. Picked up there by Suzuki. Batted down though and kept in by Hagel. Ooh, and a big hit on Hagel from Uri Slavkovsky. Now Suzuki, the captain, with it behind the net. Although Nick Paul wasn't giving up on him, that's for sure. Sent off the boards and out towards center. Darren Radish dumps it back behind the net of Dobish. Odd angled shot went through the other way. Puck batted in though by Evans. Here's Evans towards the blue line. Picked up there by Gergensons. Gergensons feeds it on over Ryan McDonough. Dumps it down into the corner. Dobish plays it towards the left side there for Jaden Struble. Now Philip Deneau with this one. Deneau to the point. There's a shot save made there. Dobish. Wraparound attempt almost failed there. There's Lilleberg. Shot got blocked there in front. Rebound Paul on out. Lilleberg. Shot went wide again. Picked up there into the corner. Dastu with it behind the net. Gourde. Oh, and he is taken down by Jack-Eye. Nick Paul with this one. Paul. Wraparound backhand shot went wide. Yanni Gourde in the corner. Around. Couldn't connect with Gensel. Now puck is sent all the way out towards center ice. Lilleberg picks this one up. Lilleberg spins around Texier. Well, he tried to get around him, I should say. Picked up there Ryan McDonough. McDonough through the stick of, I believe, Corey Perry. Oh, and a big check from Gooley. Puck tied up behind the net. Blaine Hudson with this one. Hudson will send it off the boards. McDonough and Texier in a foot race, and they have it jammed up in the corner. Boy, and Chernak gets hit there by Bull Duke. Now a scramble for down there in the corner. Chernak bats it away. Here's Gensel with it now at the left side. Gensel at center. He'll dump it off the boards down into the corner behind the net. Dobish will hang on to it. Lane Hudson with this one. Hudson feeds it off towards the left side. Matheson now kept in. Here's Gonsalves, feeds it in off the boards behind the net. Dobish, another risky play again through the stick of Hudson. Now in a scramble for Bjorkstrand towards Radish at the point. That one deflected wide. Lane Hudson out towards center, cleared in by Caulfield. JJ Moser with this one now. Moser out towards center. Feeds it on over Hagel. Here's Hagel, a shot. Save made by Dobish. 10:36 left to go in the first. Some extras going on afterwards. We'll take a commercial break, I think. Yep, we'll be right back. Hopefully this works.
Hi, I'm Rick Titus, the host of Drivers Talk Radio. Looks like you have a lot of trouble with your caravan. See, it weighs a ton. Make sure you just scored Freestar. Sure. I think on a daily basis, you're going to find this a lot easier to live with. Come check this out. Just one hand. Okay, I'm depressed. I just bought that caravan. I understand. Here's someone who helped me when I was really depressed. There? No, actually a Ford dealer. Come on, I'll help you with that seat. The all-new Ford Freestar. I haven't looked at Ford lately. Look again. She's in the shower. This is gonna be bigger than man buns. This is gonna be bigger than Tinder. This is gonna be bigger than drums. It's gonna be bigger than aliens. It's gonna be bigger than dates on fair. This is gonna be bigger than those things. It's gonna be bigger than football. Real football. I guess it's gotta be bigger than everything. She's in the shower. This is gonna be bigger than man buns. This is gonna be bigger than Tinder. This is gonna be bigger than drums. It's gonna be bigger than aliens. It's gonna be bigger than dates on fair. This is gonna be bigger than those things. It's gonna be bigger than football. Real football. I guess it's gotta be bigger than everything.
Welcome back, everybody. 10:36 left to go in the first period. We're tied up at 0 apiece. That was the first whistle in almost 7 minutes. So, yeah, they're really officials. They're really letting them play here. So, here we go. Face-off will come to the right of Dobish. Face-off's one, taken there by Caden Gooley behind the net. Gooley now for Chernak behind the net. Picked up there, Nick Paul in a scramble for in the corner. Pushed away by Chernak. Now it's sent back behind the net for Dobish. Dobish sends it in off the boards. Braden Point with this 1 point. Now for Paul back behind the net. Ivan Demidov in the corner. Demidov, well, tried to send it out to Jake Evans, but it went off of his skate. Tripped up there as Hudson. Now Demidov feeds it out towards center. Puck taken off the boards and back behind the net. Slavkovsky battles with Chernak. Demidov out in front. Save made there by Vasilevsky from Evans. He gets a pat from the ref. Yeah, good job.
9 where they went to Tampa, and here they get in on the forecheck. And Slavkovsky had that big hat trick in his first game, but really his physicality on the forecheck, that's what he's going to be needed for right now. Get in the corner.
Shot 7-3 in favor of Tampa Bay so far here tonight. In fact, this was the Canadiens' first shot on goal in over 8 minutes. Almost 8 minutes, 7.5 roughly. Face-off's one. Here's Matheson with this one off the boards back behind the net. J.J. Moser pokes it away. Picked up there. Kucherov out towards center. Hudson batted up into the air. Here's Suzuki. Pass on over across. Shot got blocked there in front. Now Cirelli takes it out towards center. Kucherov feeds it on over Hagel in the circle. Hagel. Pass on over through the legs of Kucherov. He'll barely keep it in. I think that's quite an understatement. But here's Matheson with this one. Matheson feeds it on over across. Hudson back for Matheson. There's Bolduc. Dumps it down into the corner behind the net. Radish was there, so we're a couple of guys from Montreal, including Kirby Dach. Dach behind the net. Bolduc tied up with the Tampa Bay defender. Now it's sent out towards blue line. Struble. Now slap shot went just wide. Gonsalves comes up with it, and he'll clear it down ice. Dominic James with this one. James, a shot save made there by Dobish. Now James will pick it up in the corner. James out towards center. Alexander Texier there for Bolduc. Uh-oh, off the boards. Funny shot saved by Vasilevsky from Texier. Boy, he grabbed a rebound off the boards and almost got Montreal on the board. J.J. Moser with this one. Feeds it down into the corner, back behind the net. Lane Hudson up the left side. Who names their kid Lane? Like, come on. Gallagher in the corner. Although, one of my good friends is named Lane, so I shouldn't be saying much of anything. Lane Hudson at the blue line. Shot went just a little wide. That one popped up into the air. New hook. Now Goulet, a shot save made there by Vasilevsky. Oh, and we got some extras going on afterwards. Surprise, surprise. J.J. Moser's not very happy at somebody. In fact, there may be some penalties here. We'll find out when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Come on.
We'd like to introduce you to the new Subaru Impreza distributor. But unlike the Honda Civic, we don't have one. So there's less trouble starting in wet or cold conditions. We eliminated the problem by eliminating the part.
From beginnings to finish lines, from rehab to performance, from first steps to giant leaps, you are strong. Good Samaritan, your teammate in life, your partner in health.
How you doing? I put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret? Got it, Buck. You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious, beefy, big, and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day. Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
There is a revolution. Excuse me? What do you mean? The future is staring back at us like a perfect picture on glass. This future, it must be protected. What's it got to do with me? Look. What is it? It will change everything. That's why they want to stop it. They will come after you without cease.
Welcome back, everybody. Just a little over 7 minutes left to go here in this one. First period, I should say. We're tied up at 0, but it's been an exciting game so far, if I do say so myself. Face-off will come to the right of Vasilevsky. Dano wins the draw. But Tampa Bay will play it here. Kucherov has this one up the right side. Kucherov with Brandon Hagel there. Slavkovsky sends it back behind the net of Vasilevsky. Now he'll send it around the boards. Picked up there by Cirelli. He'll dump it out towards center. Picked up there by Alexander Carrier. Now for Mike Matheson. Matheson dumps it back behind the net. Braden Point with this 1 point. Off the boards towards center. Hagel. Into the hands now of Philip Dano. Dano. Back Goulet with it behind the net. Here's Caden Goulet out towards center. Goulet will dump it down into the corner. McDonough with it in the corner. McDonough, he battles with Goulet. Gensel joined the party, but it's dumped out towards the blue line. There's a shot, went just wide. Up for grabs. Here's McDonough with this one. McDonough off the boards. Corey Perry knocks Goulet away. Now here's McDonough with this one. McDonough back behind for Chernak. Chernak off the boards towards center. Kept in, though, by Goulet. Now McDonough will take this one behind the net. McDonough up the right side. McDonough feeds it on back Gensel. Oh, and he is taken down by Josh Anderson. Pass tipped back behind the net. Lilleberg down low in the corner. That one's tipped out towards center. That'll be picked up there by Charles-Edouard Dastou. Dastou. Anyway, Lilleberg, he gets taken out. Now Struble picks it up behind the net. Josh Anderson averaging 4 hits per game in his playoff career. 5:51 left to go here in this first. We're going to another break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
It's the future. Next to us. LG OLED. Perfect picture on glass. Where are you? Oh, come now. I've already told you. The future is staring back at you. LG OLED TV.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza suspension. Its longer wheel travel and lower friction give a smoother ride, which makes it kind of rough for some of our competitors.
New Mother Revive with caffeine, tea, and yerba mate. Heaps of energy to conquer the day. You've got your sunrise. You caught a prize. You're making your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites. Your friends and your Johnson. Beach details, water trails. You, your kids and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights. You, your girl and your Johnson. You and your Johnson. A way of life for over 50 years.
Welcome back, everybody. Just a little under 6 minutes left to go in the first period. We're still tied up at 0 apiece. Excuse me. Face off will come to the right of Jakub Dobish. See, it'll be Sorelli and Jake Evans at the face-off. 71 versus 71 at the face-off. Face-off's won by Sorelli. There's Radish. Shot got blocked there in front. Texier got a little stick on it. Now it rolls back behind the net there. Kucherov with this one. Kucherov behind the net. Down low in the corner. Carrier in the battle. Kucherov got a little foot on it. Now trying to get it out. At least to the point. Here's Kucherov. Tasks out in front. Hagel went through his legs. Now it's Hagel. Feeds it on over to Radish. Radish there for Kucherov. Kucherov. Little poke check away, but it's still Radish. A shot that got blocked there in front. That might have been Carrier. Now New Hook up the left side. New Hook. Pass across went just a little wide. Yeah, it was. My goodness. Nick Paul off the left boards down into the corner. Caden Gooley feeds it off, gives it away, takes a shot, got blocked there in front. Gooley now Gergensons dumps it back around the boards into the hands of Chernak. Here's Chernak back behind there for Gooley. Gooley tipped there Deneau out towards center. Slavkovsky is there, feeds it on. There's Demidov, shot saved by Vasilevsky, and they couldn't come up with the rebound, although there was at least 3 Montreal guys there. That one is dumped down ice. Dobish is there. Picked up Lane Hudson. Hudson at center, feeds it on over. Suzuki. Out there, Struble. Fakes. Hudson, shot got blocked there in front. Now here's 3-on-2 back the other way. Point. Feeds it back to Gensel. Drops it back, Radish. Pass in front. Deflected. It's loose in the crease. And it rolls into the corner. Oh, boy. Now Gooley out towards center. J.J. Moser takes this one. Moser, pass on over Radish. Radish just kind of stands there. Now throws it on over to Corey Perry. Perry back for Radish. Long toss. Went off the stick of a defender there. Oh, and there's a big check applied. Hagel on Carrier. Now it's in a scramble for in the corner. Puck sent out Lilleberg at the point. Dumps it down. Hagel back for Lilleberg. Takes his shot. Went wide. Picked up there by Kucherov. Here's Kucherov. On back. Dastu. Kucherov to Lilleberg shot. Off of Dobish and into the corner. Sorelli with this one in the corner. Back behind the net. Well, he dumped it down into the corner, I should say. Kucherov. And a scramble for. Now Texier sends it out towards center. Dastu. Up the left side. Boy, felt like a long pass. Rolls back behind the net. Struble. We got all kinds of extras going on in front of the two benches at center. Boy, that could have been interesting, but they didn't blow the whistle on that. So I mean, hey. James's shot went back behind the net. Evans in a scramble for. Lots of pushing and shoving and a big hit applied there. Jack takes down a guy. Now Gonzalez with this one in the corner. Gonzalez. Bjorkstrand through the stick of Chernak and out towards center. Whoa! Gallagher got taken down. My goodness, it's getting physical. Like Olivia Newton-John. Chernak off the boards, back behind the net. Boy, an odd-angled shot went right through the crease. Now it's Dunel up the left side, feeds it on over Demidov. Demidov, pass across, could not connect with anybody. Now Nick Paul up the left side. Ooh, he got tripped up there, though, by Philip Dunel. Now Gergensons with this one. He's shoved into the boards. I think that's by Gooley, but that one kept in, though. Dastu into the corner. Nick Paul feeds it around the boards. Yanni Gord with this one. He'll feed it back the other way. Dastu feeds it on Radish. Shot went wide. Rolls into the corner. Dastu out towards center. Picked up there by Radish. Radish dumps it into the glove of Dobish with 1:15 left to go in the first period. Well, 1:14, I guess I should say. Coming up tomorrow here on RVN, we'll have Game 7 NBA action, round 1. Be Philadelphia at Boston. We'll be on the air just a little after 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So join us for that. You must. I'm forcing you.
Kucherov is really engaged tonight, and he needs to be. We've talked a lot about it, but here's the little fight that goes on. Texier tries to take his stick.
So it started out with Kucherov and Texier, then Doc and Bolduc joined. Then Sorelli came in. Chernak came in too as well, and we almost had a brawl. Although with the way this series has gone, might as well. Don't think that would hurt things too much. Already 31 hits in this game. Here's Suzuki with it at center. Now Kucherov takes this one. Give it away. Here's Caulfield with this one. Caulfield off the boards. Back behind the net there, Darren Radish. Pushed into the boards by Suzuki. Puck is sent out towards center there. Caulfield tapped up into the air. Matheson. Radish. Oh, and he's taken down. Well, Josh Anderson took him down, I should say. Corey Perry dumps it into the corner from center behind the net. Perry with this one. Picked up Carrier to the blue line. McDonough got blocked. Rebound. McDonough takes this one, feeds it on over. Point. On out Chernak. A shot saved by Dobish. 16.3 seconds left.
Upcoming NHL playoff games tonight on ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, round 1, well, maybe all the series could end tonight, but why in the world does round 2 start before round 1 ends? I don't care how much rest a team has gotten. That's just a little strange.
See him up on this line with Gensel and
But that's just me. Sure, a lot of people feel the same way as I do, but my opinion counts for nothing, obviously. So face off will come to the left of Dobish. point wins the draw. Boy, that one got deflected and it's way up into the air. In fact, that might have hit off the scoreboard or off the ceiling. Went high enough in the air, that's for sure. Oh, Gensel's in the box. Wow. What did he get called for? High stick. Well, let's see.
Some stick infractions, a lot of high sticks. There's Jake Gensel with his stick up.
Yeah, I would call it a high stick.
Here with just 10 seconds left.
So Gensel in the box for 2. Well, he'll spend the remaining of the period in there, and then a minute and 50 into the second if we need that. Montreal can score here, so John Cooper wasn't too pleased about that, but crap happens, so that's okay. Face-off will come to the left of Vasilevsky. Sorelli will take the draw with Suzuki. Face-off's one. Puck will roll back behind the net. Demidov out there in front. Ooh, stop there by Vasilevsky, down to 2, and we're going to run out of time for period number 1. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. In 4 minutes.
She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was up mouth. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding. I can't believe that convertible's a Buick. That convertible's a Buick? The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick. She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was out of mouth. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding. I can't believe that convertible's a Buick. That convertible's a Buick? The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
KSON.
I think we just accidentally hit. Quick, do something manly. Bang. Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's State Farm. It's like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
He sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy. So. Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state. You hear something new at Fountains today. People who think young say, Pepsi, please.
The lively crowd today agrees. Those who think young say Pepsi, please. For those who think young, come on, come on. You're in the Pepsi generation. You're in the Pepsi generation. You're in the Pepsi generation. Taste that beats the others fall.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we're first, before we get into our full intermission break, we're going to do our song of the night, and it is by Olivia Rodrigo, and it is Drop Dead. Yeah. Because why not? Oh, there we go. Got so many damn tabs open.
I know that the bar closes at 11. I hope you never finish that beer. You know all the words taste just like heaven. I know why you wrote them out. You're standing by you. Oh, no, I was born in bed and stalked you on the answer. Always found intuition. Cause I always had a vision of standing like this. So press that baby. Drop dead. What's not going through? Lots of quite much to got it. It's just so pretty, boy. I'm paranoid. I made you up. Yeah, I don't know if you walked me home. And it knows we can go a little slow. Cause I got chewing gum and a bunch of stuff I like to know. Have you ever been to Japan and taken that yours? Our friends are dropping hints all the way, and I'd love to get out my head. I think. And then we can make it out. Close off and falls to go. Let's go steady. Let's go out. Tell the whole damn world. So Sweet and a gem. Go to again. Sleep. Well, just have to sleep for Pisces and a gem. Go to again. Let me stay the night. Sleep. Was born in bed and stalked you on the internet. Found me because He dropped it.
Ooh, with Drop Dead, that was Olivia Rodrigo. Ooh, she's so good at what she does. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue on with the intermission. Plus, we'll also have the second period coming up after this. Don't go anywhere. That beats.
Got that special taste created and she's Turn me up. Compare the joy and the lavish generation has had their own and the sound. For those who think young.
All right, making the pizza. Making the pizza. Sprinkle the cheese. Sprinkle the cheese. Hey, if you're looking for the best pizza, wings, subs, and salads, you need to give us a try. Eat in, takeout, or deliver to your door. The huge line of specialty pizzas is second to none. And with 3 different restaurants to choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville, Elkland. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of 3 great locations or call us up to let our crews hook you up. Oh, yeah.
This flat tire needs a man, but when there's no man around, when there's no man around, Goodyear should be. Why? Watch this. New Goodyear Double Eagle carries its own spare inside. Lifeguard safety spare. A tire in a tire. Keeps on going. Next time, give her a second chance. Cliff. When you order a Cliff, you don't think about the months it takes us to brew and age it. But the long, careful, golden age of Cliff is what makes it America's choicest premium beer. You're a disaster. Now, to take the voice of this lovely woman, this is Rob and put it in. What? To tell the world the benefits of sex appeal. Brilliant, sir. I'll throw this with you.
If you're hurt and can't work, AFLA can help pay your bills with cash. Flag.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we'll continue on around here. Time for the intermission, so let's do this right now. Here we go. Nothing really happened during that first period. The Fishes kind of let both these teams play a little bit. The only penalty was at 1949 to Jake Gensel, 2 minutes for high sticking. Shots that period 9-7 in favor of Tampa Bay. The other games going on tonight, Sabres have a 1-0 lead over Boston. 7:34 left to go in the first period, and then later on tonight at 10:20 Eastern, Vegas is at Utah. I say 10:20 because that's how doubleheaders work, which is just absolutely ridiculous, but whatever. Magic lead the Pistons right now 54-38 with 2:31 left to go in the first half for the Pistons. What is going on? That's all I gotta say. And then right now, Cleveland leads Toronto 30-24 with 2:05 left to go in the first quarter. And then coming up later on tonight at about 9:45 Eastern time, the Lakers are Rockets. USHL scores, because this is the first night of the conference finals. Right now, tied up at 0. Madison is at Muskegon, and then Fargo will be at Sioux Falls here. That game will be starting shortly. MLB scores here on a Friday afternoon, Friday night, I should say. Let's have the right day first. Here we go. Right now, top of the 5th inning, the Brewers lead the Nationals 2-0. Bottom of the 4th, the Rangers lead the Tigers 4-0. End of the 4th, Tampa Bay leads San Francisco 2-0. Right now, the Yankees lead the Orioles 5-1. Bottom of the 3rd, also bottom of the 3rd, the Red Sox lead the Astros 3-1. Bottom of the 3rd here as well. Marlins lead the Phillies 1-0. Tied up at 0. Blue Jays at Twins, as well as Dodgers at Cardinals. The Reds at the Pirates was supposed to get started at 6:45 p.m., but it has been delayed Eastern time because of inclement weather, I guess. Braves are at the Rockies later on in about half an hour, a little over half an hour. Mets at Angels at 9:38 Eastern. At 9:40, Guardians at A's, as well as White Sox at Padres. Then at 9:45, Royals at Mariners. And then the Cubs beat the Diamondbacks earlier today, 6-5. And that's all we really got in terms of content coming up here this weekend on RVN. The only thing after tonight is tomorrow night we'll have Game 7 of round number 1 between Philadelphia and Boston in the NBA. We'll start, just after 7:30 Eastern time later on tonight. So, yeah, that is, I guess all that's going on here. Uh-oh, now we're loading. Okay, now we're not. Gosh, the Wi-Fi just loves to be a pain in the butt, doesn't it? We can never have a normal stream because something always acts up and it gets so annoying. It's like although my one professor said sometimes you just got to scream and curse at it in order for it to work. And a lot of the times he's right. So when it comes to things like that. So hang on. There we go. I don't think I've had a drink yet this stream, which explains why my throat's a little scratchy. All righty, I think we should be coming up here on the second period. Basically right now. Yeah, I think that's really all I got to say till we get back to action here. Montreal, they are on the power play for about 1 minute and 50 seconds. course, Gensel took that high stick right at the end of the first. So other than that, I mean, it was a great first period. So I'm expecting the same here in the second. Here we go. That's a weird siren they use. In Montreal. I gotta say it. Like it's a little bothersome to me, I guess I should say. Cirelli will take the draw here with Suzuki, but that's just my opinion. I mean, hey. Anyway, Lane Hudson will take this one. Hudson feeds it off to Cole Caulfield. Caulfield back behind for Suzuki. Suzuki missed Caulfield back behind the net. McDonough picks this one up, sends it up the left side. Montreal tried their best to keep it in, but then it gets cleared down ice. Canadiens power playing the series 23.8%, although they're 1 for 10 at home. Hudson drops it back for Suzuki. Now he'll drop it back for Demidov. On for Lane Hudson. Slavkovsky in front. A shot went wide. Ooh. Now Demidov again. Back out for Hudson. Back Demidov. Shot deflected. Went wide. Suzuki was there in front. Now Demidov again. Out there in front. Taken there by Yanni Gordon. He'll clear it down ice. 53 seconds left to go here on the Montreal power play. We're a minute into the second period. Lane Hudson will take this one. Out towards center. Here's Hudson. Up the left side, boy, nice play. Hudson back behind the net. Scrambled away. Hudson on back for Kirby Dach. Deflected away by Cirelli. Picked up there by Dach once again. And a scramble for Cirelli. Will take this one. Feed it on back for Hagel. Here's Cirelli. Almost through the legs, but good defense there by Alex Newhook. Newhook there for Lane Hudson. Feeds it off to Kirby Dach. Crosses the blue line. Dach. Oh, but then he was taken down there by Gergensons. Surprised they didn't call a penalty on that. A little bit. Here's Cirelli up the left side. Sent off the boards. 3 seconds left on the power play, and that'll do it for the Montreal power play. Tampa Bay back at full strength. So that's now 1-11 at home. Only were able to muster up one shot on that. Here's Kucherov with this one, taken away by Bolduc, and he'll backhand it out towards center. Darren Radish with this one, feeds it off the boards. Dastu. Now taken back the other way. Philip Deneau tried to dump it in, but Darren Radish took it away from him. Here's Radish. Long toss on over. Dastu takes a shot. Stopped by Dobish. 17:35. 17:35. Doesn't sound as cool as 17:38, but I mean.
Stretched out and they get into a diamond instead of a box, and that gives a ton of space for Slavkovsky to rip that shot. Kirby Dach gets another opportunity to try to weave through and physically can't get that shot off. Slavkovsky, of course.
Slavkovsky, first player in NHL history with 3 power play goals in a game. In a playoff game. Although he's been held pointless since then. So since game 1 after all that. So now we got something going on. Linesman's delaying the puck drop. He was looking at somebody. Now he and Deneau are talking. Just drop it. Well, Dominic James, he gets kicked out. He actually played for Tri-City in the USHL, so. In fact, I called his name a couple of times when he did play for Tri-City, so. Just as dumb then as he is now, so I mean, right. Deneau wins the draw. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Caden Gooley. Up the right side, Gonsalves tried to keep it in, but now Gooley will keep this one. Gooley. Zach now sent off the boards back behind the net. Dominic James sends it in the other way through the stick of J.J. Moser. Montreal keeps it in through the stick of Gallagher. Now Radish in front. Back behind the net, taking their Gonsalves. Through the stick of Bjorkstrand down into the corner. Jack-Eye was back there. Now Gooley with this one. Gooley up the right side. Gallagher feeds it around Gonsalves. Puck's in a scramble for, squirts out into the hands of Bjorkstrand. They'll send it off the boards, tipped by Gonsalves. And did they call the icing? No, they didn't. Hudson up the right side. I thought I heard a little bit of a whistle, but here's Gord there for Sorelli. Nice pass across, a shot saved by I guess it went wide either way. It didn't go in. Now here's Suzuki on back. Caulfield shot saved by Vasilevsky, and he'll cover it up. That one was a save though. Ooh, and Suzuki getting into it a little bit with somebody from Tampa Bay. They switched the camera too fast.
Get him going here, and he gets this double up through, but it's locked down. And here, I'm really impressed with Caulfield taking this shot. He did have a little bit of help coming in on the other side, but he gets that shot up, looking maybe for a rebound. Vasilevsky, we talked about, very confident in first grade, gloves that down, so he does drop it. There's a little moment.
Oh God, what? I just got some random email from some dude. No, it's somebody from my college, I guess. Somebody, their job is being switched. Like, who gives a flying frick? Like, come on. Chernak with it behind the net. I don't care. Puck tipped into the hands there of Suzuki. Gets taken out there by Kucherov, who then in turn took out, that might have been Brandon Hagel. Now McDonough with this one. McDonough at center. Nice moves. McDonough whacks it out in midair. Almost play with the high stick. Now Josh Anderson feeds it on Carrier to Anderson. Drops back. Caulfield went wide. Oh, that was a good opportunity. Oh, and then McDonough took out, can't tell who that is in the corner, Josh Anderson, but Vasilevsky did cover up the puck.
He gets caught in the offensive zone. He and Chernak are such a good defensive pair, such a good zone exit pair, but he's caught up ice, so it's an odd man rush, 2-on-1.
Oh, this is another scam thing.
51 goals on the season, but he's only found.
It's a scam email. They sent us one of these.
He is not able.
The same dude sent the same scam message.
He's doing a lot of good things
earlier on in the year. Like, what the? Oh, and it's all the R-named people too. That's the even funnier thing about this.
Since
1990. Oh my goodness. Boy, it's like there's no other people that. Oh, the life of me, I tell you. The face-off's won. There's Demidov with this one up the left side. Gastu. Taking their Lilleberg in front, whacked away. Gastu again. Demidov with it back behind the net. Slavkovsky was there. Picked up there by Yanni Gord. Gord popped up into the air. Slavkovsky there in front. Went off the skate of Lilleberg and into the corner. Puck sent off the boards and down ice. A little foot race. Picked up there by Lane Hudson. Long toss. Cannot connect with Deneau. Now Gord takes this one. Feeds it on over. Darren Radish. Radish back for Corey Perry. Sends it back behind the net. Dobish feeds it around the boards. Lane Hudson. Back there. Jack-Eye. Giving away. Radish shot. Deflected in front. Rebound loose. Oh, it squeaked through. It somehow stayed out. Woo! And icing is called. That snuck through Dobish and somehow stayed out.
Protecting a 1-goal lead in Game 5 down in Tampa.
Wowee. Wowee.
And Deneau grabbed it right the last.
Wow. On the freaking goal line. Just, ugh.
In this series that have led to defensive zone face-off.
Ooh. Could not be closer. Could not be closer. My goodness. Face-offs one. Here's Gensel with this one. Pass across. That one hit the post. J.J. Moser's shot got blocked, I think, by his own guy, Corey Perry. Now Lane Hudson takes this one. Hudson. Oh, and he's taken out by Corey Perry. The old guy can still play hockey, as icing is called. Almost 6 minutes into this one. Boy, and Hudson and Corey Perry were going out in front of the Tampa Bay bench. Just some pushing and shoving. Nothing too,
Darren Radish has an opportunity again.
nothing too crazy.
Has a beautiful opportunity, ends up missing the net. Coming off of Radish after he missed the net, he looked skyward and couldn't believe he missed.
Here we go. Face-offs one. Puck will roll back behind the net. Radish got it towards the net. Just bounce, bounce, bounce into the corner. Now Sorelli with it back behind the net around the boards. Uh-oh. Texier got his stick up high, and he's going to go to the box for two. Couldn't tell on who he got it high on, but you could see the penalty coming from a mile away. In fact, that's his first penalty on the postseason. So Tampa Bay will have the power play when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Consider the care and feeding of a motor vehicle. City buses like diesel fuel. Little fellas take economy gasoline. Folks in the middle go for regular. And powerful cars use premium. But a car that knocks needs no knocks. No knocks is a special premium with additives that stop cars from knocking. Imagine what no knocks could do for a car that doesn't knock. Try a little. See. Decisions. Do I want good Rick flavor or one that's lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King? Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pell Mell Gold. Newest U.S. government figures show Pell Mell Gold 100s now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. Longer, yet now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. You make out better at both ends with Big Tip Pell Mell Gold. Tastier, milder. Pell Mell menthol, too.
Welcome back, everybody. A little under 14 minutes left to go here in this first period. Or second period. What am I saying? We're tied up at 0, though. That I do know. I do know that for a fact.
How about this goal-saving play by Philip Deneau? Right now, they've got a
13:46 to be exact. There you go. Face-off will come to the right of Jakub Dobish. Hagel, Point, Gensel, Kucherov, and Radish out there on the power play. Newhook, Evans, Carrier, and Matheson on the PK. Tampa Bay wins the draw. Here's Radish to the blue line, feeds it on Gensel. Into the corner, back behind the net for Point. One-time shot, broke his stick, Radish. Or no, Jake Evans did, actually. Gensel. On back for Hagel. Boy, he fanned on the pass or the shot or whatever he was trying to do with the puck. Oh, and Kucherov sent it too far towards center. Radish feeds it on there for Kucherov. Back Brandon Hagel. Here's Hagel. Drops it back. Kucherov taken right back. Newhook up the left side. Newhook. 3-on-2 to Carrier. Takes a shot. Went up high on Kucherov. Evans with it back behind the net. Now Radish. Gets a little stick on it. Radish towards center. Radish feeds it on over to Point. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hang on. Let me put my plug in here. There we go. Kucherov on over across. Point tip there in front. And Slavkovsky will clear it down ice. Vasilevsky will play it. 45 seconds left to go here on the Tampa Bay power play. 12 and a half left to go in this second period. Here's Kucherov with this one. And they play it off sides. Gensel is just a little too fast.
Discipline play, but here's a look more on discipline play. Cross seed passes, Kucherov bread and butter, but he is not able to get it through, and then this one is a single pass. But it's read perfectly by Alex Newhook, who then feeds an odd man rush on their penalty kill.
Face-off will come in front of the penalty box across from the Tampa Bay bench.
For Tampa, and they're trying to build some momentum right now.
Tampa Bay so far 0 shots on this power play. That's got to change. I'll tell you that much. Here's Dominic James with this one. Feeds it on out. Dastu at the blue line. Dastu down low. Gonsalves back for Dastu. Takes a shot. Got blocked there in front. Taken there by Gooley. And he'll clear it off the boards and down ice. Vasilevsky will play this one there for Dastu. Dastu drops it back for Nick Paul. He drops it back for James. Oh, and he got tripped up. Here's Paul. Now picked up there by Lane Hudson behind the net. Montreal back at full strength. Now Kucherov with it behind the net. Dastu. Almost could have been disastrous, but he hangs on to it. Just kind of stands there behind the net. Lets everybody switch out here. Dastu feeds it on over. Sends it up the middle. Yanni Gourde, backhand shot, got deflected by Carrier back behind the net. Slavkovsky in the corner. Gergensons. Now Suzuki gets a stick on it. Chernak keeps it in. Gergensons, little backhander into the corner. Suzuki and Bjorkstrand, but Suzuki was there first. Now Caulfield will dump it back in the other way. Bjorkstrand in the corner. Bjorkstrand towards the blue line. Gergenson's a shot got blocked, and now that one's cleared. Well, they tried to clear it, but it stays in now. Now it does finally get out. Caulfield, no, it doesn't. Kept in Gergensons. Boy, oh boy. Sends it back behind the net. Yanni Gourde was there. So's Carrier. Now taking there Slavkovsky there for Caulfield. Sent off the boards and back in. Vasilevsky will play it. There for J.J. Moser. Here's Moser. Long toss towards the right side. Radish dumps it in off the boards back behind the net. Dobish was there. Here's Matheson in the corner. Matheson sent off the boards. Kirby, Doc up the right side. Here's Doc. Pass across. Well, I think he was trying to pass it across, but he just kind of ran out of room there. Texier in the corner. Texier towards the blue line, sends it out. Matheson, shot got blocked over the net. It drops down and it rolls wide. Boy, oh boy. Now Moser feeds it on over there. Kucherov there. Moser with this one. Moser drops it back. Here's Kucherov on over across. Lilleberg shot went wide. Picked up there by Gooley. Boy. Both these teams have had a lot of great shots, but nobody can get it in. Oh, and Texier almost had a break, and offsides is called. Woo! I don't know about you, but I think we're going to be taking a break here. Yep. Exciting action. We'll see you in a minute and a half.
Hey, I'm the new adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor. My brother, the old Techmatic, was made for average beards, but I have this new thing on the cartridge. I can take care of light beards, not so light beards, average beards, heavy beards, and even heavier beards. At this setting, I'll give you the closest shave you've ever had in your life. Adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor.
There's no such thing as the perfect tour to Europe. CWA learned that 22 years ago. when we began working with travel agents on European tours. So we covered ourselves. We offer literally hundreds of tours to you. No matter where you want to go, no matter how much time you have to spend, nor how much money you have to spend. So much to choose from. It should be very easy for you and your travel agents to find the perfect TWA tour for you. And now is the perfect time to plan. Come in and take a tour of our tours.
Welcome back, everybody. Just a little over 9.5 minutes left to play in the second period. We're tied up at 0 apiece. But boy, it's been a great game so far. Honestly, chef's kiss.
So far this game, and Montreal only 5 minutes. They each have a power play. So to me, that's that second effort that's coming with.
Yeah, I can feel that noise and excitement in Montreal for sure. Well, false start on the face-off. It is 1 now. Kucherov down low in the corner. Dano with it back behind the net. Of course, I would do that. Offsides. Feel nice. Girls recognize. Make it wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Goes something like that. I know that. I don't know why. I don't know why. No.
They came out really flat last game, and that certainly is not the case. They've had a history of slow starts. It's been 20 games since
Face-offs won. Hudson feeds it on over. Caden Gooley dumps it down into the corner. Moser behind the net. Moser, ooh, he got tripped up there. 9:10 left to go here in this second period. Now puck is in a scramble for taken there by Gensel up the right side. 2-on-1. Gensel pass across. Cannot connect with point. Ooh, baby. Puck will roll off the boards down into the corner for icing. There we go. We just got the email message saying it was a scam. And it was all the R names. It wasn't even a.
his defensive acumen, what he's been able
That might be the weird thing, actually.
to hit there too. He's got uses his edges.
I wish, because all these prizes they were giving away, a violin, a camera, a piano, a guitar, a MacBook, a drone, a keyboard, an iPad, a PlayStation. Like, my goodness. That's a lot in merch they were giving away. A lot of merchandise they were giving away. It's just funny. I mean, it honestly is. Face-off will come to the left of Dobish. Face-off's one. Puck sent off the board. Sorelli will keep it in. Matheson pops it up into the air. Rolls out towards center. Here's Chernak. Trying to feed it in the other way. Now Sorelli feeds it on over there for McDonough. McDonough. Hagel feeds it on over Kucherov. Kucherov spins around Caulfield. Kucherov tops it back. Shot! Save made there by Dobish. McDonough off the boards. Kucherov tipped there in front. Just went a little wide into the corner. Matheson popped up into the air and out towards center. McDonough sends it off the boards towards center. Here's Brandon Hagel. Nice move. Shot got blocked there in front. Rebound picked up there by Matheson. He'll feed it around the boards for Slavkovsky. Out towards center, Slavkovsky up the left side. There, Nick Suzuki behind the net. Lillibird popped up into the air. Sorelli feeds it on out. Das du. There for Hagel. Pass on over. Vasilevsky. Kucherov shot went up high and wide and out of play. 7:53 left to go in the second.
continue tomorrow. Second round coverage begins. That's over on ABC. Game 1, Flyers and
ABC, EFG, HIJK, LMNOP, QRS, TV, WXY, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Woo! I did it. The winner of this series will play the winner of the Sabres and the Bruins, which we've got a score update. It's 2-0. First intermission. Boy, I would love to see a Buffalo Tampa Bay playoff matchup just based on how the regular season went. Oof. But if it's against Montreal, I mean, that would be just as electric, I think. Vasilevsky spins it around the boards. Gallagher back behind the net. Deneau now there for Bjorkstrand. Pushes away a defender. Now Gonzalez up the right side. Gonzalez at center to Dominic James. Shot saved by Dobish. Oh, and things are getting chippy. Oh, Dominic James wants a piece. Wants a piece of somebody.
You know what? This is the time that
Oh, he was like in junior hockey too. So I mean, if the shoe fits.
For his younger teammates, he's been a fantastic leader. And
14 goals for Brandon Gallagher versus 14 goals in the playoffs, 6 versus the Lightning. Oh, and he just dropped an F-bomb. So there you go. 7:17 left to go in the second period. Face-off will come to the right of Dobish. Paul will take the draw with Kirby Dach. False start on the draw. Dach will get kicked out, and in his place will be Duke.
17 to go in the second. Still no score.
I can't believe what's to draw. McDonough feeds it on over. Gord shot save made by Dobish. Rebound rolls into the corner. Here's Chernak with this one. Chernak back behind the net. Nick Paul in the corner. Spins around Lane Hudson. Here's Paul's. Boy spun around him again. Gord shot went wide.
Toward the line, collected by
Texier batted down Duke. Set off the boards. Stays around center. Here's Dach with this one. There for Gergensons. Out there in front. Picked up there by Kirby Dach. Behind the net, Lane Hudson with this one. Hudson. Puck sent off the boards towards center. Here's a 2-on-1 Duke. Shot save made there by Vasilevsky. Well, he had Dach to his left, so do you score or what? Moser tipped up into the air, loose in the crease. It's cleared but not out. Point. Gradish, one-time shot got, well, it went wide. It didn't get blocked by any means. Cirelli up the right side. Cirelli, toss on across. Texier. Into the hands now of J.J. Moser. Moser back behind the net. 6 minutes left to go here in the second period. Braden Point up the right side. Point, nice moves. Point at the blue line. Feeds it on back. Dastua shot saved by Dobish. 5:49 left to go in the second period. We're going to take a break, I believe. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
If you crossed a clam with a tomato, you'd get a clamato. Clamato, a delightful blend of clams and tomatoes from Mott's. Not quite like clams or tomato juice. Tomato has its own flavor. Light, refreshing, rejuvenating. You have to taste it to believe it. Try Mott's Clamato. And you thought Mott's just made great applesauce.
Latest U.S. government figures show silver thin lowest in tar and nicotine of all 100s tested. Lower than most kings. Can a cigarette that tastes as good as silver thins actually be that low in tar and nicotine? Read the United States government figures. Try silver thins now in menthol, too. What's her name? What's her name? Snow White, honey. Gonna go and finish love music. You can worry all over again. And then we hop over to Iowa. We can religion. He can speak 22 countries in 5 days. People are planning a vacation and can shoot in his phone. Right there and touch the TWA report to your travel agent before planning a vacation. He can save you time, money, and vacation. Champagne! Artichoke! Your travel agent may even save your money.
Let's see. Welcome back, everybody. 5:49 left to go in the second period. We were supposed to cut halfway through that commercial, but that's okay.
It's crazy to me that he has not been able to.
Happens.
He's a distributor, but he's got to maybe find that
Face off here coming up
for them, but they need him. They need to light a fire under him. Saw the 8 shots for him in game 5. Got 1 shot.
Face off will come to the right of Dobish. Face off's 1. JJ Moser feeds it on over. Darren Radish takes a shot, deflected wide of Dobish. Moser with this one at the point. Moser shot got blocked there in front. Now here's another shot that was stopped there by Dobish. JJ Moser drops it back again for Yanni Gord. Gord feeds it on over Radish towards the net. Got blocked. JJ Moser picked up there by Demidov. Demidov around the boards there for Matheson. And a scramble for Matheson. Picked up there by Kucherov. Kucherov tipped back behind the net. Radish there for Hagel. Hagel off the boards back behind the net. Coming up on 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Carrier up the right side, excuse me. Here's Josh Anderson. Pass across. Nice block there by JJ Moser. Now Kucherov with this one. There for Sorelli. Picked up there Demidov. Dumps it on over across Lane Hudson. Up the right side. Feeds it back in behind the net. JJ Moser with this one. Moser popped up into the air. Kucherov out towards center. Kucherov. There's the chants from the crowd. Well, not really just a chant, I guess I should say. That would be the better terminology. Shot deflected, went wide into the corner. Yanni Gord with this one back behind the net. Gord. Long toss up the right side. No icing. They wave it off. It's Lane Hudson with it back behind the net. Hudson feeds it on over Gooley. Back behind the net, Vasilevsky. He'll play it lightly into the corner, almost turned it over. Well, I guess he did in a way, but Slavkovsky towards the blue line. Jack eye shot, save made there by Vasilevsky. Rebound, it's cleared down ice. Woo! At 99 miles an hour. Icing. Wow. Was nice, for sure. Can't deny that one. That's probably been Montreal's best shot of the night.
Makes its way through, but
So we remain scoreless here.
the circles.
You know, if I'm being honest with you, here's Paul now. He'll win the draw. McDonough will clear it down ice. I think we're late enough in the second / early enough in the third to make this prediction. Jack eye with this one. I think whoever scores this first goal, that team's going to win the game. Because we'll get 1 and then the empty net, and then it'll end 2-0. That's what I'm predicting here. Dastou at the blue line. Behind the net, Dominic James was there. James. Ooh, and Dastou lays out a hit on Gallagher. Puck sent out towards center ice. Dastou was there. Gallagher interfered with a little bit. Deneau, nice moves. Deneau behind the net. Pushed away. We're going to have a penalty in Montreal with the power play. Slashing is the call. Excuse me, I had a burp. Burp. Dastu will go to the box. My guy. Dastu.
Interesting exit for Montreal, and then he goes and he finds himself out of position because Dano takes us right. We talk about Dano's defensive acumen, what we saw earlier, but then he drives.
LP just dropped a major F-bomb.
They have been so effective for that.
Boy, this is a huge power play for both of these teams.
Getting it in deep and drawing penalties. Huge.
Face-off will come to the left of Vasilevsky. Face-off's one. There goes the Olay chance. McDonough back behind the net. McDonough up the left side. Batted in there, Lane Hudson. It's cleared down ice. Hudson back behind the net. Hudson feeds it on over to Cole Caulfield. Caulfield drops it back. Suzuki crossing the blue line. Suzuki there for Caulfield. Off the board. Slavkovsky in the circle. Down low to Caulfield. Caulfield on out Lane Hudson. Back for Caulfield. Back for Lane Hudson. Hudson to Caulfield. Down low. Shot went wide from Suzuki, up high and out of play. Minute 20 left to go on the power play. 2:25 left to go in this second period.
Including the overtime winner. And Slavkovsky in that bumper spot. Really a cocktail coach how they got to look out, the Lightning coach, how they got to look out for him. Slavkovsky actually prefers the flank. He's big, he's strong, so but coaches like to put him there in that slot, in that bumper area. But
face off will come to the right of Vasilevsky. Suzuki will take the draw with Yanni Gourde. Face-off's one. Hudson. Down low, Suzuki with this one. Suzuki spins around a defender on back. Slavkovsky back for Lane Hudson. There for Slavkovsky. Down deep. Shot went wide. And puck sent off the boards and down ice.
Montreal wasn't ready for how quick their teammates were moving the puck. Got to be ready for the puck always.
Oh, it's at 100%. My phone is at least, so we can unplug it. There we go. Demi Dov, pass out in front. Save made there by Vasilevsky. Caulfield down low in the corner. 40 seconds left to go here on the power play. Puck is in a scramble for Gergensen. Well, they're trying to get it loose. It's all over the paraphernalia of Gergensen's. Now it's out towards the blue line for Hudson. Caulfield down low. Suzuki pass across. Demidov. What a stop rebound! Went wide. Whoa! 2 stops by Vasilevsky. Woo!
Here tonight, rough start to these playoffs, but those 2 saves were epic. He's a big reason.
Clutch Vasilevsky, I think we can call him. Wow.
Being in, for people that aren't goaltenders, to be in that position in a spread eagle with your legs like that and be able to reach up and glove that puck and get the whistle. And that right there is something that is going to give his team confidence and momentum. You need your goaltender to be your best penalty killer. Right now, that's what they show that he is.
Wow, 19 seconds left to go on the power play. 1:25 left to go here in this second. This is anybody's game right now. Face-off will come to the left of Vasilevsky. Chernak wins it. That one's cleared down ice. Here's Matheson with this one. Matheson. Sent off the boards back behind. Damn it. McDonough with this one. I spilled my cup of pens. Damn. Damn. There we go. Shot in front. Just went a little wide. Oh, baby. Texier. Oh, he gets interfered with. Puck sent out towards the point. Carrier in front. Shot save Vasilevsky. That one from Kirby Doc. Power play up. Matheson takes his shot. Got blocked there by Dastu. Matheson again at the blue line. Matheson takes his shot. Got blocked. Rebound loose in front. Popped up into the air. It's loose in the circle. Carrier missed. Now Matheson. And he's forced out towards center. Matheson Nice moves, loses control of the puck. Picked up there by Sorelli. Now Hagel sends it in off the boards. Carrier with this one, feeds it on Matheson. 6 seconds left to go here in the second. Evans with this one, pass out in front, takes a shot, saved by Vasilevsky. And that'll do it for 2 periods of play. Tied up at 0. Boy, this has been a great game so far. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
You can take Salem out of the country first. Keep on taking the country out of Salem.
Super King Size Salem, the extra length cigarette that takes your to the country whenever you light up.
You can take Salem out of the country first.
If you're looking for good taste in your cigarette, we're playing your song. Your next car, the great new Chrysler, the possible dream. Central calm, a whole new world. Now more a reality than you ever thought possible. Now more luxury than you ever thought you could afford. Now more attainable than ever. Chrysler, the possible dream. Sound.
I have an announcement that might make other color TV sets obsolete. RCA is introducing non-sphere color TV. I'm going to split in half and give you a simulated demonstration. You get this kind of smear when the tuner doesn't filter out interfering signals. RCA has developed a new transistorized tuner that filters better than anyone else's. Non-smear color TV. The second inaccurate fine tunes. Most TV sets fine tune with partial essence. RCA is the only one that automatically fine tunes with virtually 100% accuracy. Non-smear color TV. Now that I'm put together, why don't you split to your nearest RCA dealer? If you don't buy RCA, you may be buying an obsolete color TV.
The Great Plymouth Sale is now. Featuring special savings on specially equipped Fury, Valiant, Barracuda, and Belvedere models. Savings on such extras as white wall tires, vinyl roof, all vinyl interior, and others. All during the Great Plymouth Sale. So for a great deal on specially equipped Plymouths, head for your Plymouth dealer. You'll see, when Plymouth has a sale, it isn't just good, it's great.
Oh, shoot. Welcome back, everybody. Well, it is now time to play our game of the night for a chance to win somebody to win up to $1 million. We are here with Snowflake. Welcome to the show, Snowflake. Thank you, Ron. I'm so glad to be here tonight. Well, are you ready to potentially win $1 million in a car? Yes. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. We're going to start you out with 200 points. That's how much we'll start you out with. Now I'm going to ask you one question, and if you get the question correctly, then we will add $50 to your bank, to your point bank. However, if you get the question wrong, you lose 50. So here we go. Here is your question. Which of the following is both a shade of blue and a coloring agent? Lime, chartreuse, indigo, or olive? Indigo. And I believe you're right. Yes, you are. So you have 250 points. Okay. So you're going to bet those points across the first row. And then once you're done with the second row, we'll send you up to the second row and give you another $200 worth of point, or 200 points, I should say, and you can bet your way across the second row. Now, if you have 4,000 points by the end of the second row, you'll have a chance to go for the car, which tonight is a Ford Expedition valued at $55,650. So yeah, exciting stuff, isn't it? Yes, for sure. However, if you can get up to 5,000, you're going to be playing for the car in $1 million for a total of $1,055,650. There you go. Now, if you don't get up to 4,000 or anything like that, if you don't have a chance to win the car or the million or anything like that, we'll give you $3 a point once it's all said and done. So, alrighty, you have got a 4 and 250 points. So what do you want to do? Let's go 200 higher. $200 higher than a 4. Yes, you're right with the 5. Okay. Whoops. Let's maybe unmute the sound. So 450 and you got a 5. Let's go. Oh gosh, 350 higher. $350 higher. Come on. Yes, it's a 7. Okay, so you're up to 800 points. Where do you want to go? Minimum bet is 50, and you can't change the cards. So we'll go 50 lower. $50 or 50 points lower than a 7. Let's see. Yes, you're right with a 6. So we'll move you up to the second row. We'll give you another 200. So you've got 1,050 and points. So you could change the 6 if you want, or what do you want to do? Let's change it with we'll change it from a 6 to a queen. Okay, so you've got 1,050. What do you want to do? I'll go 1,000 lower. Ooh, big bet. You only needed to bet 2 to keep your $1 million hopes alive, but let's see, 1,000 lower than a queen. Yes, you're right with the 6. Okay. So you're up to 2,050 points right now. You must bet, if you want to go for the million, you must bet at least 450. So what do you want to do? I think, oh gosh, let's go no, we'll go 400, 500, higher. 500 points, higher than a 6, have a little something if you need it. Come on, higher. Oh, it's a 3. I am so sorry. So unfortunately, the car and the million is out of the way, but you could still win yourself some cash. So you've got a 3 and you've got 1,550 points. So what do you want to do with that? Let's go 1,500 higher. Okay, 1,500 higher than a 3. Oh, it's a push. No kidding. So we'll move your card up to the big bet. You've got 1,550. So, if you're gonna guess whether or not, if you want to hire, well, yeah, might as well. If you get this right, you'll win $4,650 because that's $3 a point. If not, then you'll go home with nothing. So higher or lower than a 3? Higher. All right, come on. We want to see higher for $4,650. You got it. Oh, that was one hell of a shot though. One hell of a game. All right, you can head off. Well, no, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have more of the intermission. Stay tuned.
Wait till I tell him about this back home. We don't have lady barbers in America.
I don't know why not.
It's very common here in Sweden.
Stop. Don't stop. Stop. I'm sorry, honey. I've been spoiled.
Definitely spoiled. You don't know?
Spoiled. You have to see what you understand. Straight up, American cover up. When perspiration actually shows up, we cover up. Cover up no more. Right Guard is a professional right guard for people who need extra protection against wetness. You right guard any person in the shoulder. Both wetness with the most powerful anti-wetness agent ever put in a home. Right guard. Cover up no more.
Nonsense. You might be better for it to leave that's obsolete. RCA is introducing non-clear color TV. I'm going to split in half. Need to do a simulated demonstration. What kind of smear is when your photo doesn't filter out interference signal? RCA has developed a new transistorized smear that filters better than anyone else. Non-smear color TV? Self-smear. Inaccurate fine-tuning. Most TV sets fine-tune at only partial accuracy. RCA's automatic automatically fine-tunes with virtually 100% accuracy. Non-smear color TV. Now that I'm put together, why don't you spread your RCA dealer? RCA non-smear color TV. If you don't buy RCA, you may be buying an obsolete color set. Take a good deep breath. It's getting better, isn't it? People are starting to care about air pollution and do something. We've added detergent additives to our Phillips 66 gasolines and Top Arctic motor oils. The anti-pollution team to help keep your carburetor, pistons, PCV valve, and other engine parts clean while you drive. Because when your engine stays cleaner, the air stays cleaner. The anti-pollution team, only from Phillips 66. They've got 22,000 miles on them now, and they're hardly any tread wear. They're fantastic. I talk about these tires to people that don't have them, and they don't believe me. The more you drive on it, the more you'll believe it. The Goodyear Custom Wide Tread Polyglass tire can give you up to double the mileage of our best-selling tire. If it doesn't say Goodyear, it's be Polyglass. Oh, please. Wait, pump is leather. Open wide. Can't get it on one talking back. Pontiac, the way it's gonna be. Sing your song or you're coming. Coming out. Step aside, down. The humbler is here. This is the way it's going to be, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, time officially for our short little intermission here. We are tied up at 0 apiece, and boy, it's going to be a fight till the very end. Like I said, I think whoever scores the first goal is going to be the team that wins it. That will be the only goal, and whoever the other team, they'll pull out their goaltender, and then they'll get the empty netter, and then it'll end 2-0. That's my prediction, but we'll see if that holds up or not. Shots that period 10 for Montreal and 7 for Tampa Bay. Montreal 17 shots, Tampa Bay 16. The two penalties that period at 6:14. Alexander Texier went in 2 minutes behind sticking. And then Charles Edward Gaston, my guy, 2 minutes for slashing. The other game going on right now, the Sabres with a 2-1 lead over Boston with 4:18 left to go in the second. And then the Golden Knights are at the Mammoth at 10:22 Eastern time. NBA scores. Right now, 71-66. Magic lead the Pistons with 10:47 left to go in the quarter. And then the Raptors lead the Cavaliers 61-51 at the half. And the Lakers are at the Rockets here coming up in about 45 minutes. USHL scores right now tied up at 1. Madison's at Muskegon. And then Sioux Falls up 4-0 over Fargo. That is just crazy. I'll tell you that much. Holy. And I guess AJ White's supposed to be a good goaltender. I don't know about that. MLB scores top of the 8th inning. The Rays lead the Giants 3-0, as well as Brewers leading the Nationals 4-1. All of these are in the top of the 7th. These next few. Rangers are at the Tigers tied up at 4. Yankees lead the Orioles 5-1. Red Sox lead the Astros 3-1. Top of the 6th, Phillies lead the Marlins 2-1. Tied up at 2. Top of the 4th, Blue Jays are at the Twins. And then end of 3, Pirates and Reds that finally got going. Cardinals are leading the Dodgers 3-1, bottom of the 3rd. Rockies lead the Braves 5-0. And then that's bottom of the 1st, by the way, which shocker. I mean, I know, really a shocker. Mets are at the Angels at 9:38, Guardians at A's at 9:40, as well as White Sox at Padres at 9:40, and then at 9:45, Royals at Mariners, and then the Cubs beat the Diamondbacks 6-5 earlier today. So yeah, if you want to vote on who you think's going to win, then call 090-111-3233 and then add 01 for Tampa Bay and then add 02 for Montreal. Or text either Lightning or Canadians to 84444. Lines are closed at the 10-minute mark of the 3rd period. So yeah, an all-line freeze will cost you 35 cents. You can make 1 phone call and 1 text, and that is it. So 70 cents. That's all you need to put your votes in. Remember, lines will close at the end, or no, they won't close at the end of anything. They'll close at the halfway point of the 3rd period. So yeah, right now we have over 12 million votes right now. So we want to thank you so much for all your votes. And right now it's almost 50-50, 53-47 in favor of Tampa Bay actually right now, believe it or not. So yeah, but this is anybody's game right now. That is for sure. I mean, whoa. Got the love.
Football League. Renegades.
You got the love. You got the love. Oh, you got the love. Oh, such a good song. Yeah, right now we've got over 12 million votes, although we're on track to get just a little over 17 million votes before the end, of course. And then, of course, if we go to overtime, we'll reopen the lines until overtime starts. And then, yeah, we'll do that for each remaining intermission. And then we could still do the regular 2 on top. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, that was rough to end that out. The game winner, of course, here tonight. He comes out and his coach.
Where's my water? Here it is. A giant water bomb.
Mobile. He's tracking the puck and he's managing his rebounds really, really well. So he's reading the game, which is a big part of the way that goaltenders have to contribute to the game.
AJ Malesko, Mike Monaco with you, Leah Hextall with us as well. It's been incredible for Game 6. What's going to decide this game here?
And you look at that. A goaltender's really only as good as his last save, especially in an elimination game. So these
here we go. Clean sheet of ice, and we're ready to go here. If I can find my pen, wherever I threw that, I always throw my pen. Here it is. All the way down here. Boy, I could feel the noise in Montreal. That is for sure. We are off and underway here in this 3rd period. Tied up at 0. Caden Gooley sent off the boards. Last time Tampa Bay and Montreal were scoreless through 2 periods was on February 16th, 2019. So there's a little stat note for you. Here's Nick Suzuki with this one. Suzuki Tried to dump it in, but he couldn't. Now take it back there by Lane Hudson. Hudson feeds it on over there for Gooley behind the net. Oh, we were doing so good with the internet, and now it's loading again. Jeez. Go figure, too. There we go. Let's get caught up with the live, because we all love live. Shot went wide. Ooh, there was a big hit and a couple of shots, so there's that. Puck sent up the left side. Deneau with this one. Back behind the net there for Vasilevsky. Now J.J. Moser with this one. Moser feeds it on Yanni Gord. Or Yanni Gord. That's how you say it. There we go. Tip Josh Anderson into the hands of Mike Matheson now. Matheson. Toss over across. Carrier sent off the boards back behind the net. Vasilevsky now with this one. Gergenson's chopped out towards center. Here's Carrier now. Picked up there by Radish. Radish, that'll go for icing.
Nikita Kucherov, second in NHL scoring in the regular season with 44 goals and 130 points. He's got one goal in the series and only one shot in what could be an elimination game for Tampa. I spoke ice at all times because
there we go.
With Kucherov, he doesn't need much time to make you pay, so you have to be aware of 86. And then I said, what about this third period with a chance to close it out here at home? He says, it's complete chaos, but we just got to play our game.
There we go. Complete chaos. Jack Eye with this one. I would agree with that. 100% would agree with that. Take it away. Gallagher in front. Backhand shot in front. Went wide from Newhook. Woo! Close. This can't be any closer, honestly. There we go. Lilleberg with this one there at center. Lilleberg. Behind the net in a scramble for Gallagher. Picked up there by Struble. Jack Eye. Kirby Doc now with this one. Doc. In a scramble for Corey Perry with this one. Perry. There for Lane Hudson. Hudson. Feeds it on back behind the net there. Vasilevsky with this one. There for McDonough. McDonough feeds it on over Chernak. Into the corner point with this one. Point in a scramble for Hudson with this one. Picked up there. Gonsalves. Gonsalves pass out in front. Picked up there. Uh-oh, we're going to have a foot race towards this one. It's Texier. Shot hit the post. Woo, baby. Woo. Uh-oh, and then a giveaway. Suzuki comes up with it. Oh, and then McDonough knocked him down and kind of fell awkwardly onto the ice. But, well, Vasilevsky will cover it up, though, nonetheless.
Texier would have given Montreal the lead. It's mayhem here at the Bell Center. And this line, you get Gallagher.
No kidding.
He stays with it with that line with Newhook. And then you've got some good back pressure here from Gallagher, recognizing that he's got to be the high forward so the defense can back off. And he stays with a little way through the neutral zone, roughs it up a little bit. Texier had that goal we talked about, the softie that Vasilevsky let in. He said afterwards, it's not like I'm a 50-goal scorer. I just put the puck on net. Here he is again, showing his speed through the neutral zone, getting that chance and bringing it off the bar.
Face-offs won, and now we go low. Again. Of course we are.
Post on side in the first. And then Texier right there. Loud one too, outside the post. So, but
here's Carrier with this one. Picked up there, Josh Anderson. Anderson there for Kucherov. Kucherov tipped there, Carrier with this one in a scramble for at the blue line. Cirelli there now for Hagel. Pushed aside Matheson. Demidov with this one. Demidov in the corner. Sent back behind the net there for Matheson. Matheson behind the net. Feeds it on over to Lane Hudson. Hudson sent off the boards. Deflected back in behind the net there by Gallagher. Vasilevsky leaves it there for J.J. Moser. Moser. There, Darren Radish with this one. Radish picked up there by Gooley. Gooley there for Lane Hudson. Up the left side. Slavkovsky feeds it on over to Nick Suzuki. Suzuki trying to spin around Chernak. Suzuki in the corner. Caulfield out there. Cooley takes a shot. Went up over the net of Vasilevsky. Nobody knew where it went for a moment, but here's Slavkovsky in the corner with this one. Picked up Caulfield off the board. Slap shot. Hudson went wide. Picked up there by Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand. There now J.J. Moser in the corner. Moser there for Bjorkstrand. Behind the net, Chernak is there. Chernak sent out towards center. Lane Hudson in the circle. Pass out front. Slavkovsky went wide. Oh, my goodness. New hook. Now to Hudson again. Shot went wide. Baby. Here's Gooley. Here's a break. Gensel. Save Dobish. Penalty coming up. Slashing is the call.
Gensel lashed the call. Gensel wants a penalty shot, I believe. But
I was going to say, why is he complaining?
and Montreal is buzzing.
Except for the fact, yeah, it would be a penalty shot. I thought maybe a penalty shot on that one, but if I'm Tampa Bay, I'd take the penalty right now. I mean, he still got the shot off, so I mean, unless to me, you should only call a penalty shot if that limited.
There was enough separation there. I want to see some separation. That slash happens immediately.
Yeah, I mean, if the player went down, if Gensel went down, heck yes, definitely. But he got a shot off, so I mean, I think a penalty shot would be a little unnecessary there. Yeah, if it prevents the guy from shooting the puck, then fine. But I just take the power play and go with it. Point with it behind the net. Point up the left side. Kucherov. Down low. Gensel. Tipped into the hands of Radish. Here's Kucherov. Down low into the corner there for Gensel. Gensel. Point. There to Kucherov. Radish. One-time shot went wide. Here's Kucherov at this one. Kucherov. The booing from the Montreal crowd. Gensel. Down low. Hagel. There for Gensel. Feeds it on over Kucherov in the circle. Kucherov there for Gensel. Feeds it on Radish. One-time shot. He kind of fanned on it a little bit, but here's Gensel again. Back for Kucherov. Kucherov. Shot. Hit the post. Radish there for Kucherov. Kucherov. Spin around a guy. Picked up there by Gensel. Gensel. Down low. Kucherov. Shot in front. Block. Rebound. Picked up there by Radish. Feeds it off for Gensel. Gensel. Picked up Kucherov. There for Gensel. Takes a shot. Hit another post. 45 seconds left to go here on the power play. Oh, and Radish now forced at center. There for point. On now Hagel. Gensel there for Hagel in the corner. At the blue line, Radish. One-time shot. Kucherov save made there by Dobish. And that one's cleared down ice. Seven minutes have gone here in this third. Radish dumps it back there for Dominic James. He'll dump it down into the corner, back behind the net. Gonsalves. Now Lane Hudson tried to clear it out and he couldn't. Dastua shot got blocked there in front. Picked up there by Deneau. And that one rolls into the corner. Anderson shot saved by Vasilevsky. Gonsalves. There for Dominic James. Shot saved by Dobish. 12:29 left to go in the third. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Woo!
My antiperspirant? I'm trying to use it the one I got now because it doesn't always work. If your antiperspirant doesn't do what you hired it to, hire yours. Ours. Light guard antiperspirant. Get the drying agent that'll really helps keep it dry. Stops odor too.
Well, my antiperspirant works when my boss is in a good mood. Like, he was in a good mood about a year ago.
Hire yours. Hire ours. Ours is Right Guard. There's one metal that can help you do a tough job better. Tungsten. That's why we put it to work in the tungsten steel Persona 74. This is the sharpest, longest lasting razor blade made. And it's a fact. The shave you get is only as good as the blade you use. Sharper, longer lasting than any razor blade made. For years, Christ.
You got the right one, babe.
You got the right one. This potentially wonderful diet Pepsi.
Welcome back, everybody. Holy smokes. 12:29 left to go in this third period. We are tied up at 0. We've had 4 goal posts so far. This has just been an amazing game so far. So sad somebody has to win and someone has to lose, though. That's the only thing. John Cooper's freaking out, freaking his tits out.
Feel it's a follow through. However, follow through is a normal shooting motion. That puck was off the ice. He was swinging at a puck off the ice. That's not a normal shooting motion. Maybe thrown there. Should have been a high stick.
And you can see Cooper arguing exactly what you're talking about, Jax, while the trainer is working on break point space to try to stop.
Oh, yeah, because he was bleeding from that. This is Doug Gilmour and Wayne Gretzky all over again. My goodness.
That puck sounds around in the air. I like your thanks for the description and explanation, Jax.
I'd have lost a couple teeth. Face off will come to the left of Dobish, but you know what? You just got to get over it right now and try and stay alive. Because this could be the final 12 minutes and 20 seconds of your season right here. Depending on what happens. Here's Hagel, a shot went wide. Matheson picks it up behind the net. There for Deneau. Off the boards. Oh, nice long pass to Anderson. He's in. Shot was stopped by Vasilevsky. 8 minutes have gone here in this third period. Popped up Cirelli. Here's Radish with this one at center. Radish up the left side. Kucherov shot save made there. Boy, 10 post/crossbar hits the Lightning have had in this playoffs, which is the most, which I don't know how or why they're keeping track of those kinds of stats, but it's just kind of funny. Dominic James with this one. James, giveaway. Here's Bull Duke. Bull Duke, a shot saved by Vasilevsky. Taking there, Lilleberg. Oh, and he's hit hard by Gooley in front. Here's Gooley up the left side. And a scramble for Lilleberg is there. Here's Bjorkstrand. Up the right side, Bjorkstrand towards center. On back. Gonsalves, a shot got blocked there in front. Rebound loose. Oh, Gonsalves wanted a penalty for like a slash from Doc, but he's not going to get it. And a scramble for in the corner. 2 Lightning guys and 3 Montreal guys. Finally, the puck will poke free. Cirelli. Well, dumps it. Took a weird hop off the boards. Boy. They were still fighting about it, I'll tell you that much. Texier will feed it back behind the net. Vasilevsky is there. Here's Chernak with this one. Chernak.
One goal games, only the second time that's happened the last.
Chernak towards center. Kucherov feeds it back behind the net. There's Matheson. Matheson picked up there by Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky up the left side. Slavkovsky pass across. Could not connect with Caulfield. Here's Hagel with this one out towards center. Hagel feeds it on over to Radish. Radish in front. Puck's up for grabs. We've got a foot race. Slavkovsky down into the corner, but Corey Perry was there first. Puck rolls into the corner. Perry around the boards there for Matheson in the circle. Caulfield. Suzuki takes a shot, went wide. Now McDonough with this one. McDonough tipped there by Perry. Feeds it on over Hagel up the right side. Hagel, lays out a big hit on Matheson. Hudson feeds it on back Matheson. Matheson towards the right side. Gallagher crossing the blue line. Gallagher. Oh boy, he gets kind of hard there. Well, that was Jake Evans, I guess. Whatever. Point up the left side towards center. Point feeds it on over. Ooh, a big hit back behind the net. Dobish was there. Gooley with this one. Gooley off the boards towards center. Picked up there by J.J. Moser. Moser sent off the boards. Point. Evans feeds it on. Nice pass. Demidov. Shot. Backhanded. Went wide. So close. So close. Uh-oh. Nick Paul with this one behind the net. Paul. Shot. Save. Rebound. Oh, Dobish covered it up. It was just sitting right there. And extras afterwards. Oh, my goodness. Anderson and Chernak, they're holding each other. Moser and Struble. Boy, Paul joined that fray. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're not going to want to go anywhere, that's for sure.
That is great. Hope you liked it. How's that? There's only one right one, baby. You got the right one, baby. Some of the best tasting things in the world come from Latin America. Bananas, chocolate, coffee. Some of the best tasting cigar tobacco comes from Latin America, too. Dutch Master cigars are made with tobacco from 4 Latin American countries: Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, Colombia, and Brazil. Taste the slim Dutch Master Dilly. The 4 countries make a world of difference. Today, we ride on these spectacular highway bikes. The joy of the past was in capturing. Like Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, the high wheelers take you back to a time when life's pace was a little slow. Today, Pabst is still brewed the old-time premium way. Lots of that good old-time. Pabst Blue Ribbon. For those who feel beer is something special.
Welcome back, everybody. Holy smokes. 8:33 left to go here in this third period. We're tied up at 0, and we're going to go to 4-on-4 here after that scrum. Struble and Moser each went in for roughing.
Then, after action at both ends, the biggest scrum we have seen in this game, though we had seen a lot of that, AJ Malesko, the first 5 games. Yeah, it's been a very physical series. This game has been physical, but we've not had a lot of the extracurriculars after the whistle. But here we did, and James Struble is in the box for Montreal.
So this is where it gets interesting.
Trees exchanged.
We're gonna have 4 on
Montreal fans doing the wave.
Montreal after getting tied up after the whistle.
Saw that those pictures at Brayton Point too. He had to get a new jersey because of that blood on it. But here's a look at how the fight started. JJ Moses.
So Point got a new jersey because of the blood. So I wonder if his number's gonna be different or something. Who knows what.
Montreal doesn't like it all. Checking their goaltender.
Oh, boo-hoo. Get over it.
Protecting that crease. How about those numbers? That is a lot of time in the first 5 games that this series, these two teams have spent.
Face-off will come in front of the penalty box. Face-off's won. Here's Lane Hudson with this one. Hudson dumps it back. Nick Suzuki towards center. Suzuki. Lane Hudson has this one. Hudson. Ooh, I'm surprised he was even able to get a shot off. He had 4 Tampa Bay guys trapped. They trapped him. McDonough in the corner, back behind the net. McDonough feeds it on over. Lilleberg at center. Lilleberg dumps it back for Hagel. And here we go loading again. Gosh, why does this always happen at the worst possible times? Trigger on the shot. Trigger on the shot. There we go. Now we're getting it back to live. Somewhat live. Well, shot was stopped by Jakub Dobish, so at least we didn't really miss anything doing that. Whoopee.
Player tracking using millions of data points to compare player speed, power, and impact. See for yourself all playoffs long at NHL.com/edge.
That is a nervy moment if you're
Defenders that are there watching him, but what a good feeling it is to look down and recognize it's right between his skates. All he had to do was fall on it. But when you're watching that, you think, don't fall on it and knock it in. But he is well aware.
Face-off will come to the right of Dobish. Gensel will take the draw with Evans. Face-off's won. Radish feeds it on Kucherov. Shot got blocked. Rolls out towards center. Radish behind the net. Radish at center. Feeds it on over Dastu. Kucherov with this one. Johnson! Dobish rebound! Oh, it stayed out! Wide open net! And Dobish was out of his net! Radish back behind the net there for Gensel. Tapped out there in front. Holy smokes. Carrier out towards center. 7 minutes left to go in this third. Matheson up the right side. 22 seconds left on 4-on-4. Suzuki with this one. Suzuki feeds it on over Gooley. Leaves it off for Suzuki again up the left side. Feeds it on over Gooley. Back behind Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky up the left side. Tipped. Lane Hudson towards the net. Wraparound. Couldn't get a shot off. We're back at full strength with 6.5 to go in this third. Suzuki with this one in the corner. And a scramble for. Here's Hagel with this one. Hagel set off the boards towards center. Lilleberg down low in the corner. Shots are at 24 apiece here. Dominic James takes this one. James dumps it back behind the net. Jakub Dobish. He'll handle it there for Lane Hudson. Hudson feeds it on towards the right side. Demidov. Demidov crosses the blue line. Ooh, gets the puck taken away from him. Now sent back behind the net. Jack-Eye dumps it back in the other way. Chernak with this one. Deneau in the corner. Deneau. Gonsalves now in the corner, battling with Deneau. Chernak almost joined the party, but then the puck got freed. Dominic James there for Chernak in the corner. Back Dominic James. Gonsalves kept in there by Jack-Eye. Lilleberg tip point down into the corner there for Bolduc. Bolduc. Jack Eye in the corner, in the other corner, I should say. He gets hit hard. Puck sent off the boards. Texier dumps it in off the boards back behind the net. 5 minutes left to go here in this third period. We may be heading for overtime. I wouldn't be surprised. Lane Hudson with this one. There at center. Corey Perry dumps it back behind the net. Gooley in the corner. Gooley. Long toss up the left side there for Bolduc. Dumps it down into the corner. McDonough with it behind the net. McDonough sends it on over. Tipped. Here's Chernak up the right side behind the net. Hudson back the other way. Reminds me of the dead puck era. Point sends it towards the left side. McDonough. Shot got blocked. Rebound rolls back behind the net. Here's Chernak. On over Paul, Nick Paul sends it on out to McDonough. He'll shoot one, went wide. Picked up there by Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky knocked down there by Chernak. Slavkovsky with this one. Banks it back. Paul. Well, now Dobish out of his net. 3:54 left to go here in this third. Lane Hudson towards center. Here's Hudson. Feeds it on over Suzuki. On back Caulfield. Shot saved by Vasilevsky, and he'll cover it up. At 3:44 left to go in this third period. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a minute and a half. You're not going to want to miss this.
Here it is. People telling all of us here at Ford what they want in a car. And we listen. They want our Ford Galaxy 500s built tough. So let's put 5 cross members into a strong S-frame. And give them a car that rides really smooth. A rugged front suspension. They want a car that holds the road. Handles easy. So put power steering on every Galaxy 500. They want protection against rust. So give them protective inner fenders. And a durable exhaust system with a double-walled aluminized muffler. That's what they want. Solid on the inside, a knockout on the outside. The 72 Ford Galaxy 500. Quiet plus durability. A car built to hold its value. Quiet. Year after year. At Ford, we listen. Gary Tomlin, Wedhead. Gary Tomlin, the dry look. Bob Schneider, Wedhead. Bob Schneider, the dry look. Jeff Edmond, we will tell you what the dry look that I can do for you, but would rather show you. All over the country, men are discovering the dry look from Gillette. #1 aerosol hair control. Only one with an adjustable valve. No wonder the Wedhead is dead. Ron Mize, the dry look. The dry look from Gillette.
Welcome back. 3:55 left to go here in this third period. This is anybody's game at this point, truly. This is exciting for sure. 3:44 left to go in this third period. Face-offs won. Shot went wide into the corner. Like I said, whoever scores the first goal is probably going to win this game, and I have a feeling this is going to be the case. Demidov up the left side. Demidov, nice moves through the legs of a guy. Shot, save, but then Vasilevsky ran over. There's going to be a penalty on Montreal. Oh, and the crowd does not like that at all. And Marty St. Louis is just shaking his head. Goalie interference on Demidov. He does not like that. Especially at this late in the game, you cannot take a penalty like that.
Display of skill here by Ivan Demidov coming through and just right through the legs here, gets a shot, but then takes Vasilevsky with him. That's why he's got to sit in the box. But Impressive set of hands on number 93. Young kid coming through.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh, hang on. We got to see if.
Well, it's not obvious. I think the referee saw it. He wasn't knocked down. He wasn't tripped. He didn't slide in.
Well, Sorelli, though, he got that stick out. So did he trip over him? We haven't seen really a good angle that would show that.
The referee saw it. He saw him as going to the net and not making an effort to stop.
He was hoping maybe the puck would be at the back of the net.
Well,
Instead, Vasilevsky stands tall, and not only does he make that save and stuff him.
face-off will come to the right of Dobish. Well, Evans screwed up on the face-off. Well, Evans and Gensel both did, I bet. Yeah, hostile Montreal crowd, that's for sure. Face-offs one. Here's Matheson in the corner, back behind the net. Point, pass across to Hagel. Here's Hagel towards the blue line. Hagel. Now for Radish. Radish feeds it on to Kucherov. Kucherov down low in the corner. Gensel back to Kucherov. Shot got blocked. Gensel. Kucherov shot save made there by Dobish. Hagel back behind the net there. Matheson. Minute and a half left to go on the power play. 2:45 left to go in the third. Squirts out for Gensel. Here's Gensel towards the blue line. Gensel feeds it on to Kucherov. Back to Gensel. Are you serious? It just loads. You have got to be kidding me. Why is this happening now? Okay, yeah, we got to reload this crap because this is just so stupid. Why? Hagel takes a shot. Gensel. Back Kucherov. Down low Gensel. Back for Kucherov. Kucherov shot what just went wide. Ooh, baby. Now Danault popped up into the air. Booley back behind the net. Gensel dumps it out. Kucherov. Kucherov. Oh, my goodness. Pass across Gensel. Tipped in front. Point rebound. Picked up there by Kucherov. Again, shot save. Now here's Gensel. Back for Kucherov. Slap shot. Radish hit the post. Gensel. On back to Kucherov. Down low Radish. Back Kucherov. One-time shot went wide. Rebound in front. Two big stops by Dobish, and that shot went wide. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Less than 90 seconds left to go. Point. Towards the point. Radish in the circle. Down low. Covered up by Dobish. And we are back at full strength just like that. And everybody's going crazy. Extras afterwards. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Mike Matheson is working on a 2-minute and 34-second shift, too, and able to battle through here. The Tampa Bay Lightning are all over them. Watch this play. Mike Matheson right there with his stick in his leg. Prevent a sure goal on that replay and blocking shots. He needs coming into this game, he led the league in block shots and just
this is just incredible. So at least now we're back to full strength. So with just a minute 15 left. Shots 28-26 in favor of Tampa Bay. 80 shot attempts for Tampa, 57 for Montreal. Face-off will come to the right of Dobish. Face-offs one. Puck will be sent down into the corner. Carrier with this one. Carrier up the right side. 69 seconds left to go. Suzuki taken away. Gonsalves feeds it on Chernak. Puck dumped down behind the net. 1 minute left to go here in this third. Gonsalves. Behind the net, McDonough feeds it back to Gonsalves. Gonsalves up the right side. Oh, pass out in front. Cannot make a connection. Picked up there by Carrier. 40 seconds left to go in the third. Puck sent off the boards back behind the net. Vasilevsky leaves it. Here's McDonough. Feeds it on over Chernak. Chernak off the boards. Into the corner. Picked up there by Caden Gooley. Gooley sent off the boards. Up the right side. One more chance maybe here. Here's Donnell. Feeds it on over Anderson. Anderson on back Suzuki. Anderson back behind the net. Evans at the blue line. Shot. Gooley rebound. Loose in front. It rolls into the corner. 4 seconds left. Oh, round to one-time shot. Matheson stopped by Vasilevsky. Wouldn't have counted anyway. We are going to overtime, tied up at 0. And we'll be back. Don't go anywhere in 4. Woo!
State has life insurance that says you don't have to die to collect. It's our money back plan. You get $10,000 of permanent insurance now. All your money back when you're 65. Every dime you paid in. Allstate money back. You get something back when your load gets lighter. Happy Ben? You're in good hands with Allstate, young man. This is the big country. In this country, a man grows a healthy lust for living. He also grows one of the world's mightiest thirsts. That's why Lone Star, the beer that's brewed here for the men who live here, became one of the world's finest, lightest beers. To go all the way with the big country thirst. Lone Star, the beer from the big country. The beer every beer would like to be like. That's Lone Star. You know what makes shaving such a pain? Going over and over against the grain can irritate. So Gillette introduces Face Saver. It softens like a foam, protects like a gel. New Face Saver actually leaves lubricating protection so you can even shave against the grain with less irritation. New Face Saver softens like a foam, protects like a gel. You're running out of gas and your foot comes in. You should know about Clean gasoline. It helps keep deposits that can cause cars to lose mileage from clogging up the air passages of your engine. Supreme gasoline. You may only get a little more mileage, but sometimes a little more is enough. It's in the repair bay at your local service station. On the line. Keeping America rolling calls for air power tools built to stay on the job. Black and Decker air tools. They've proved their value in the hands of professionals on factory assembly lines. Black and Decker air powered grinders move the way day after day. Powerful, lightweight air impact wrenches pass every durability test right on down the line. And Black and Decker high torque air screwdrivers fasten parts tight for miles to come. Black and Decker professional power tools built to stay on the job long after the shine wears off. You can expect a bet from Black and Decker. Many theories why the Track 2, the new two-bladed razor from Gillette, gives you such a close shave. Let me tell you about one of them. We know that when the first blade cuts your whisker, you can also lift it out a little from below the skin, exposing extra whisker. Now, if the theory is right, before that whisker snaps back, the second blade comes along and can shave that extra whisker. The new Gillette Track 2 twin blade shaving system. We think it's one blade better.
Welcome back, everybody. Boy. Oh my goodness. We are going to overtime, tied up at 0 apiece. Just crazy if you think about it. Although, in a way, not really a shock. I mean, this is the fourth game. 4 out of the 6 have gone to overtime so far. So this was almost destiny, in a way, I guess you could say. So, games 1 through 5 in terms of scoreless periods in the series, there were only 2. Now we've had 3 tonight. So, like I said, first goal is going to be the team who wins it, basically. So I got that part of the prediction right. So there's that. Right now, Buffalo with a 3-1 lead over Boston. With, well, they're just about to go to break. Convenient timing, just as ESPN 2 was joining them in progress. So yeah, that game will not start until 10:20 Eastern time. So there's that. So yeah, boy, it's getting exciting. That is for sure. Of course, the winner of this series will play. Well, at this point, it's probably going to end up being Buffalo. So, which would be exciting stuff. We'd love to see Buffalo in the postseason. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to take another break and we'll continue on with our intermission report in 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
You're looking at a stability test of the new Goodyear custom wide tread radial tire. Watch. 4 Goodyear stabilizer belts under the tread keep it flat on the road for handling and long mileage. And see how the polyester sidewalls flex in the turns to absorb the side forces and help the driver keep control. A long mileage Goodyear custom wide tread radial tire made for American cars. Hi, I'm Charlie Jones. The folks who live down here use Black & Decker garden tools all year round. No matter where you live, this is your chance to make light work of tedious outdoor jobs with this Black & Decker Super Bowl special. This big capacity shrub and hedge trimmer is only $24.99. The best price ever for this much help. Look at this extra long double-edged blade, a full 16 inches for fast cutting in any direction. And the wraparound handle gives you easy balance for precise control at all angles. With a few quick passes, you can shape up shrubbery, rose bushes, azaleas, even ivy. Look for this, just $24.99 for Black & Decker's Super Bowl special. A real buy during any season of the year. Expect the best from Black & Decker for less than you'd expect.
It's time for E-Trade, the #1 place to invest online.
With this high-powered 30 caliber rifle, we're going to try to blast open this Master Lock model number 15. We blew a half-inch hole clear through, but the Master Lock still holds tight. If you want to hold on to what you've got, insist on genuine Master Locks, known for being tough under fire.
Mr. Green? Mr. Green?
Yeah.
You need any help? I just want you to know, I think you're the best ever.
Yeah, sure.
Want my coat? It's okay, you can have it.
No.
Really, you can have it.
Okay.
Makes me feel good. Makes me feel nice year round. I got to say, thank you. Joe. It certainly is a big bun. It's a very big bun. Big, fluffy bun. It's a very big bun. Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Welcome back, everybody. It is overtime intermission report. Let's take a look. Let's get a little recap in terms of. Well, first I'll say this: the lines were opened up at the end of the third period. Cast your votes on who you think is going to win. Now the lines will close during puck drop of the third period. So you got about just a little over 5 minutes left to vote here. Right now we have almost 19 million entries, so keep them coming in. 19 million votes, and it's almost dead even at this point. So there you go. All right, now we'll do a little recap of the intermission. Things definitely got a little more chippy that period for sure. 5:11 mark, Peyton Dooley went in 2 minutes for slashing. Then at 11:27, James Struble and JJ Moser each went in for roughing. When at 16:42, Ivan Demidov 2 minutes for interference. Shots on goal that period, Tampa Bay 12 for a total of 28, and Montreal a total of 10 for a total of 27. Any other games across the league right now, 9:07 left to go in the third period. The Sabres lead the Bruins 3-1. And coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Golden Knights are at the Mammoth. NBA scores right now, Raptors lead the Cavaliers 96-93 with 6:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. And then the Rockets lead the Lakers 7-6 with 8:52 left to go in the first quarter. However, if you read it with the away team first, you know exactly what to get there. And then the Pistons, boy, they ran away with it in the second half, 93-79. They forced game 7 versus the Magic on Sunday, probably evening, I would assume. So, yeah. USHL scores now. Well, Madison ended up getting the victory. They lead 2-1. They beat Muskegon 2-1, and they have a 1-0 lead in the series. Sioux Falls leading Fargo 5-1 at the end of 2 periods of play. Sioux Falls just dominating Fargo right now. MLB scores. Right now, bottom of the 8th inning, the Phillies lead the Marlins 6-1. Bottom 6, Blue Jays lead the Twins 6-2. Right now, Cardinals lead the Dodgers 4-1. Top of the 6th. Bottom of the 5th, the Pirates lead the Reds 8-0. Top of the 5th, the Rockies lead the Braves 6-1. Angels lead the Mets 2-0. Bottom of the 1st. Also, bottom of the 1st, White Sox are at the Padres tied up at 0. Guardians are at the A's tied up at 0. Middle of the 1st. Top of the 1st, the Royals lead the Mariners 3-0. Cubs lead the Diamondbacks 6-5. They beat them earlier today. The Rangers beat the Tigers 5-4. Brewers beat the Nationals 6-1. Yankees beat the Orioles 7-2. Red Sox beat the Astros 3-1. Rays beat the Giants 3-0. That'll do it for the intermission. You have now just about about 2.5 minutes left to vote still. So
You want to go second? Gensel and Demidov. I'm taking one for each. Gensel and Demidov.
Gensel and Demidov.
Got JJ Moser again. C again to Montreal for overtime. Enjoy.
Yeah, this will be exciting. overtime. Overtime is some of the most fun hockey you'll ever see in your life. I'll tell you that much. Give me everything tonight. We might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight. It goes something like that, I guess.
EK making his picks in game 2. Here in game 3 in a building that
This is just exciting. This really honestly is.
seen in game 6. This game has been incredible. The guys in the studio were talking about it throughout. Welcome back.
In the night, y'all, we know we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
It's going to be anything. To me, it's going to be a bouncer, a ricochet. There's got to be traffic in net. It's not going to be a clean shot. These goalies have been dialed in from the drop of the puck here tonight at both ends of the ice.
Now they have. Holy smokes.
Combined post in this game, and then some sensational goaltending, especially Yakubovich late.
Yeah, and, especially you've got to kill that penalty late. He gets a little help there from Mike Matheson with the blocks, but Yakubovich, he gets a little.
Yakubovich. Holy smokes. That's all I got to say. 28 shots, 28 saves. In fact, both these goaltenders in the postseason have not had a shutout as of yet.
21 Hurricanes, Predators. It's only the second time in all the history of the Canadiens that they've played a playoff series with 4 overtime games. The other?
Here we go. Matheson will dump it down into the corner. Cirelli pokes it away. Picked up there by Kucherov, sends it in off the boards, back behind the net. Hagel pops it up into the air. Cirelli with this one. Your eyes, Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky feeds it off the boards into the corner. Radish back behind the net. Slavkovsky feeds it around the other way. Here's Darren Radish with this one, sent off the boards towards center. Slavkovsky with this one up the right side. Demidov, shot saved by, I almost called him Kucherov, Vasilevsky. Yes, he has. Boy, oh boy.
Save percentage. And in the second period in particular, he was huge tonight.
In this postseason, second scoreless game going into overtime. Of course, the other one happened on Wednesday night between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Philadelphia won it. Puck will roll into the corner there for Greeley behind the net. Demidov towards center. Here's Danault up the right side. Danault shot, save Kucherov, and he'll cover it up. Or I called him Kucherov again. Vasilevsky. I mean, 88, 86. I mean, they look kind of similar on the outset. So just crossed to 10 o'clock Eastern time on the East Coast, 9 o'clock here in the studio.
See scores at the top of your screen. 3 game 6s. Will we have any game 7s this weekend?
Looked like we were lining up for a bunch of them, and now who knows? I mean, right now, 7, but Tampa Bay, they're desperate.
Face off will come to the left of Vasilevsky. Cirelli will take the draw with Suzuki. Face off's won by Cirelli, taken there by Dascu. Out towards center, almost given away. It rolls down into the corner. Littleberg feeds it around the board. Suzuki down low into the corner. Gonsalves in the corner. Spins around a guy. Wrap around in front. That was stopped there by Vasilevsky. Now Cirelli with this one. Picked up Suzuki towards the blue line. Shot Hudson. Blocked in front. Rebound just went wide. 2 minutes have gone here in overtime. Lane Hudson, shot got blocked, rebound loose in front. Taken there by Lilleberg behind the net.
For the ice.
Cirelli into the hands, Gonsalves in the corner. Shoved against the boards by Carrier. Slavkovsky Sends it down into the corner. Chernak comes up with it. Chernak behind the net. Picked up McDonough. McDonough on over across. Picked up Texier. Here's Kirby Doc now with this one. Doc up the left side. Shots in overtime, 2-1 in favor of Montreal. Uh-oh, center in front. Gensel cannot handle this one. Vasilevsky behind the net there for McDonough. Gensel. Ooh, McDonough got tripped up. Matheson at center. Tipped in and out of play. Somebody made the catch down there. Good job.
No surprise that there is action at both ends. There's no room out there. And then every once in a while, maybe there's somebody that sees a little day like Cole Caulfield trying to find one, and Cole Hudson, of course, the hero in this building in their overtime win, tries to find the back. It is about that net front presence, and both teams are trying to do that.
3 minutes exactly has gone by here in this overtime period. Face-offs one. Here's Moser with this one. Feeds it on over Radish. Picked up Jackeye in the corner. Struble with this one behind that. Struble. Off the boards towards center. Demidov.
Moser frustrated there.
Demidov takes this one again. Feeds it off the boards there. Struble towards center. Uh-oh, turned it over. Paul feeds it on Gergensen, so he can get a shot off. Uh-oh, Gord tipped there in front. Jackeye. Gergensen's behind the net. Yanni Gord off the boards towards center. Radish shot went wide. Picked up behind the net there, Jaden Struble. Lobs it towards center. Played it with the high stick, so Tampa Bay takes this one. J.J. Moser with this one. Moser sends it on over across Dominic James with this one. Back behind the net there for Jackeye. Picked up there by Newhook. Newhook, ooh, gets obliterated by Dastu. Taking their Jackeye in the corner. Back behind the net, Perot. Now Lillibird dumps it back in. There's a shot just went wide of Dobish. Gonsalves out towards center. Feeds it on over there. Chernak. Chernak there for Dastu. Nice pass. Gonsalves now taken away by Deneau. Dastu feeds it on over Bjorkstrand. Ooh, he gets hit there by Anderson. McDonough with this one. McDonough up the left side, tipped by Moser, so the icing waved off. Lane Hudson with this one. 5 minutes have gone by here in overtime. McDonough picked up there by Sorelli, feeds it back in behind the net of Dobish. Struble down there in the corner. Hagel there back behind the net. Hagel. Nice moves. Hagel tipped towards blue line. One-time shot, Radish. Rebound! Stopped by Dobish. Oh, if Tampa Bay was just 1 second quicker, that would have been game 7 right there. 14:39 left to go here in overtime.
Dobish saw that puck before he could actually get his left pad free to try to do his shuffle and out that left pad over. 96 mile per hour shot by Darren Radish from the point. He's taken over.
Oh, you can shoot that. I'll tell you that much. Holy smokes.
Radish comes in as the right shot. A little different look, especially on the power play of the right shot instead of the left shot. But man, can he shoot the puck?
Face off will come to the left of Dobish.
Tampa Bay fighting for its
life. Yeah, they are. Holy smokes.
Off the face off to no wing.
Matheson with it back behind the net. Hagel. No trouble. Hang on to a stick, and a penalty is coming up on Kucherov. Tripping will be the call. And Montreal is going on the power play. Oh my goodness. 5 minutes and 30 seconds in. That's trip. That is tripping. I can confirm.
Sort of a slew. It goes behind there. That's a position.
Yeah.
Goes down.
I think AJ Maletzko was trying to say a slew foot, but it's not a slew foot. No doubt about it. Yep. So Montreal has a chance to win the series right here. Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Caulfield, Demidov, and Hudson out there. Well, Tampa Bay wins the draw. Here's Gord in the corner. Can't clear it. Here's Hudson with this one. Hudson takes a shot, just went wide from Slavkovsky. Demidov with this one in the corner. Demidov. Everybody in the Bell Center on their feet. Suzuki's shot got blocked there in front. Caulfield on back there for Demidov. Demidov in the circle. Sends it on out for Lane Hudson.
Kept in the tougher one and couldn't draw that one.
Demidov. Now Sorelli will dump it down ice. Dobish will handle this one. Lane Hudson will take this one. Hudson feeds it on over to Caulfield. Dumps it back Suzuki. Suzuki to Demidov. Feeds it on over. Slavkovsky to Demidov. Down low Suzuki. Back for Demidov. Demidov in the circle. Down low Slavkovsky. Less than a minute to go on the power play. Here's Hudson. Barely keeps it in. Caulfield out in front. Shot just went wide. Ooh, Suzuki in the corner. There for Slavkovsky around the boards. Picked up there by Demidov. Demidov. Down low Slavkovsky. Pass across Suzuki. Couldn't get the shot off. Hudson, he gets tripped up by Gergensons. They won't call the penalty on that one, though. Dobish with this one sends it out towards center. Gosh, imagine that. 5-on-3 in overtime when your season's on the line. I would not want to be a team with the 3. I'll tell you that much. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. We've got 12:37 left to go in overtime. Chernak into the hands of Sorelli. Sorelli drops it back. Hagel's shot got blocked there in front. We're back at full strength. Here's Kucherov out of the box. Saved by Dobish. Woo!
Your eyes, Slavkovsky, taking a look at this chance right here.
This is just unbelievable.
Vasilevsky robs him, and then that's a huge save there again on Lane Hudson. Nick Suzuki had no idea that he had the puck right there in his skates. Could have gotten the puck out. Kucherov fresh out of the box, watching his team.
Face off will come to the right of Dobish.
Denied by Jakub Dobish. Great chances at both.
Wow.
Studio. About as good a game as he has watched.
And Steve Levy says no goals, right? All we want is that everybody talks about we want more goals in the league. 0-0 game in overtime, and this is one of the best games I've ever seen.
Exactly. Top 10. This is definitely near the top for me. Top 10 probably. Well, it definitely has in terms of longest game I've called. I'll tell you that much.
Bounces down for Anderson.
Anderson dumps it back in behind the net of Vasilevsky.
Scoring chances.
50 combined scoring chances in this game. Wow.
Strips in.
Here's Evans. Dumps it off the boards. Matheson back for Evans in the corner. He gets tripped up by Point. Now for Radish in the corner. There now Gensel sends it out towards center. Picked up Matheson. Bats this one down. Matheson's got it in the corner. There you go. Matheson. Up the left side. Matheson. Back behind the net. Texier tips this one. Doc got blocked. Well, it's kept in and into the corner. Moser picks this one up. Moser at center. James throws it into the corner. Lilleberg back behind the net. Lilleberg picked up. Hagel at the point. Here's Hagel. Down low. Pass in front. Gonzalez rebound. Lucy scores. Gage Gonzalez wins it in overtime. Game 7 Sunday in Tampa Bay. What a game. That was something. Holy smokes. Third-year guy spent all of his time in the league with Tampa Bay, gets his first goal on the postseason.
Brandon Hagel, who has been such an integral part of this offense on this Tampa Bay Lightning team throughout this entire
Wowie. He broke the ice.
Is taken out of the play. It's a one-on-one battle, and that's what opens up all that ice for.
Wow, that was quite the game for sure.
Makes the save, makes a second save, but he can't find the third whack.
Gage Gonzalez, his first career overtime goal, whether in the playoffs.
Oh, so first career overtime goal, period. Holy smokes.
Know that their season continues. 16 games.
Oh, and John Cooper goes to the Montreal fans and just says one more. Well, Montreal has one more too, John Cooper, so take that.
Down south.
This series deserves a game 7. I mean, this has been.
Well, after how tonight went, it definitely deserves a game 7. Yeah, John Cooper might be saying one more, but Montreal, they got one more too. So that was kind of a dumb moment by him, if you ask me, but that's okay. Anyway, well, let's see here. Let's check. Well, looks like the winner of this series is going to play Buffalo in round number 2. So there is that. Wow. Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. I don't know if we're going to be able to top it tomorrow, but who knows? We'll see. Coming up next, RVN special on the Iran war, right here on RVN. Live special, I should say. We'll be back tomorrow night, Game 7, Philadelphia and Boston in the NBA, just after 7:30 Eastern time, right here on RVN. We'll see you for that. Good night. Wow.